This high school sports presentation is sponsored by Kerner Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza, Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes, Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today, 628-6712. Lifetime Dental Care. Lifetime Dental Care provides your family health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Bernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Bernie's Hamburger House is at 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Call Patty Bacon Ryan today. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable with quality products they stand behind. See them at their new location north of Hayes or online at homesteelsiding.com. Thirsties. Before the game, during the game, after the game. Enjoy great food and a great atmosphere at Thirsties. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction. M&D Incorporated, does trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community. Insurance Planning Incorporated, insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price. Remember the service. Insurance planning, IPI Financial Services, and AgPro Crop Insurance. Offices at Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Home Oil and Supply, 24-hour card fueling, bulk delivery of gas and fuel. Proud to support TMP and Hayes High. Serving the Hayes area since 1963. Home Oil and Supply. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks and vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayschevrolet.com. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Master Cleaners, 200 West 8th in Hayes. World of Wheels. At World of Wheels, they offer quality vehicles at affordable prices. Customers mean the world to them at World of Wheels, 426 East 8th in Hayes. Walmart. Save money, live better. Walmart of Hayes. APAC has proven itself to be unsurpassed in quality and safety for highway construction. In fact, APAC is recognized as having one of the very best safety records in the industry. APAC, giving you a smooth ride. Carpet One of Hayes, Vidstem Decorating Center, providing you the quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One, Vidstem Decorating Center. Whiskey Creek Woodfire Grill, where the fire's always burning. Whiskey Creek. Commercial Builders, on time, on target, on budget. Commercial Builders. Redeem Designs, screen print, embroidery, design, where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best at 2204 Vine in Hayes. Redeem Designs. James Motor Company, proud to serve our hometown athletes. They have an excellent selection of new and used Buick, Cadillac, and GMC vehicles. See the good guys for the best deal around. James Motor Company, 13th and Main in Hayes. And Eagle Communications, our community connected. It's our high school sports sponsors this year on Eagle TV. This high school sports presentation is sponsored by Kerner Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza, Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes, Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today, 628-6712. Lifetime Dental Care. Lifetime Dental Care provides your family health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Bernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Bernie's Hamburger House is at 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Call Patty Bacon Ryan today. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable with quality products they stand behind. See them at their new location north of Hayes or online at homesteelsiding.com. Thirsties. Before the game, during the game, after the game. Enjoy great food and a great atmosphere at Thirsties. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction. M&D Incorporated does trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community. Insurance Planning Incorporated, insurance for the way you work and live, for business, home, and family. Value the price. Remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and AgPro Crop Insurance. Offices at Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Home Oil and Supply, 24-hour card fueling, bulk delivery of gas and fuel. Proud to support TMP and Hayes High. Serving the Hayes area since 1963. Home Oil and Supply. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks and vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayschevrolet.com. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Master Cleaners, 200 West 8th in Hayes. World of Wheels. At World of Wheels, they offer quality vehicles at affordable prices. Their customers mean the world to them at World of Wheels, 426 East 8th in Hayes. Walmart. Save money, live better. Walmart of Hayes. APAC has proven itself to be unsurpassed in quality and safety for highway construction. In fact, APAC is recognized as having one of the very best safety records in the industry. APAC, giving you a smooth ride. Carpet One of Hayes, Vidstem Decorating Center, providing you the quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One, Vidstem Decorating Center. Whiskey Creek Woodfire Grill, where the fire's always burning. Whiskey Creek. Commercial Builders, on time, on target, on budget. Commercial Builders. Redeem Designs, screen print, embroidery, design, where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best at 2204 Vine in Hayes. Redeem Designs. James Motor Company, proud to serve our hometown athletes. They have an excellent selection of new and used Buick, Cadillac, and GMC vehicles. See the good guys for the best deal around. James Motor Company, 13th and Main in Hayes. And Eagle Communications, our community connected. It's our high school sports sponsors this year on Eagle TV. This high school sports presentation is sponsored by Kerner Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza, Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes, Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today, 628-6712. Lifetime Dental Care. Lifetime Dental Care provides your family health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Bernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Bernie's Hamburger House is at 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Call Patty Bacon Ryan today. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable with quality products they stand behind. See them at their new location north of Hayes or online at homesteelsiding.com.
And we welcome you to McPherson as the Hayes High Indians open up district play. District 8 4A Division I action. The next 3 games determining who goes to the playoffs for the Hayes High Indians, McPherson Bullpups, the Abilene Cowboys, and Wamego Red Raiders. I'm Dustin Armbruster alongside Kurt David in McPherson, Rafe Dent at our KFIX studio in Hayes. And on top of the press box tonight, it's Harrison on both the camera and computer for ECTV and HaysPost.com. Hayes High 1-5 on the season, McPherson 4-2, but every team now 0-0 the next 3 games, determining who goes to the state playoffs in Class 4A Division 1. Your starting lineups are brought to you by Eagle Communications. Eliminate Wi-Fi dead zones with Pulse from Eagle Communications. Pulse is the ultimate home network solution that blankets your home in Wi-Fi. Call 877-61-EAGLE to learn more. Hayes High will be in their road white jerseys, maroon numbers, maroon helmets, maroon pants. For McPherson, they're in their home red jerseys, the block-style numbers in white, along with the white pants and white helmets. The Bullpups are coached by Fort Hays State University alum Jace Papovich. In his second season has his squad at 4-2. Hayes High will win the toss and defer, so let's get that defense to you for the Hayes High Indians. Starting at defensive end will be Kyler Kinky and Tyrese Hill. The defensive tackles, Conrad Viner and Connor Winter. Inside linebackers, Wyatt Sheevy and Xavier Danduram. The outside linebackers, Colton Myers and Dylan Schmidberger. Cornerbacks will be Hunter Brown and Dylan Scheibler, and the safety tonight will be Keaton Markley. Indians without several players. Colin Kreitzer, one of those, broken hand a week ago. He's out. Dylan Flayler out. Shane Barron's out. Chance Brungard out as well. On offense, the Indians will go with Hunter Brown at quarterback, Dylan Schmidberger at fullback. The running back will be Colton Myers. Tight end is Mason Ibarra. The wide receivers, Wyatt Sheevy and Keaton Markley. Left tackle will be Logan Schulte. Left guard, Freddie Haynes. Center, Trey Van Pelt. Right guard, Conrad Viner. And the right tackle will be Connor Winter. Hayes High will be kicking off right to left. A wind out of the south-southeast tonight at about 14 miles per hour. 71 degrees at kickoff, but that's going to drop rapidly as the sun goes down and a full moon comes out here in game number 1 of district play for Hayes High and McPherson. 12 minutes put up onto the clock. Lane Clark will jog out and kick this one off for the Hayes High Indians.
Hayes High Indian defensive up front, Tyrese Hill, Connor Winter, Conrad Viner, Kyler Kinky. They're going to get a chance to see how they fare against the 5 seniors up front for McPherson, the 5 senior offensive linemen playing tonight on senior night.
Kicking for the kickoff return for the Bullpups will be sophomore Gabe Hoover and Jack Reifschneider, a senior, on senior night. Hayes High will have senior night in 1 week at home against Abilene. The kickoff by Clark is going to be a short pooch kick to the right side of the field. It's going to be picked up on a bounce at the 10 by Reifschneider. Right sideline, make that left sideline return where Xavier Danduran will make the tackle before the 30-yard line. Danduran over there to help make the tackle along with the Hayes High Indians. I believe that was, Hayden Brown over there to help make the tackle. 1st and 10 for the Bullpups, who like to run and pass. They're about 50-50 on the season with 1,012 yards rushing, 976 passing. They'll start this drive on the 28-yard line, moving left to right. We'll talk about the offense as we go. Out of the shotgun, Kaysen Hoover. Turn and hand off to Stites. Stites makes a man miss. The Indians take out his ankles, and a ball on the ground. Fumble. Looks like recovered, though, by the McPherson Bullpups. Stites was out last week. So was the backup Andrew Powell. Then the sophomore Honesty Whitker ran for 103 yards and got a concussion on the final play of the game. It's a gain of 8 on first down for Tyson Stites, 239 yards on the season. He's to the left of the quarterback. Gets the call again, runs it straight up the middle on the counter. Indians make a nice tackle right at the first down marker, and not enough for a first down on a gain of 1 just across the 31 to the 32-yard line.
Wyatt Sheevy in there to make that tackle because Kyler Kinky had stuffed up the near side of the line of scrimmage for McPherson. So great job, Kyler, jumping in there tonight, starting this game.
Make that the 37-yard line. 3rd and 1 for the Bullpups. Left to right in the middle of the field, out of the shotgun with a power back in front. It's a handoff again to Stites. Stites gets hit. Does he get the first down? We'll see. Wyatt Sheevy with the tackle where the far side official runs in. Looks like it's going to be just enough for a first down. We might, though, get a measurement out of this. The head official comes in, says, nope, got the 1 yard. The Indians make the last 2 tackles right at the line of scrimmage.
Okay, nice job protecting the middle of the field by the Hayes High Indians after that 8-yard pickup on first down. second and third down did a great job there.
Ball to the 38, one wide receiver left, two to the right, including the tight end Thomas Diggs, who comes from his tight end position to the slot receiver on the right side. It's going to be a keeper by the quarterback, Kason Hoover. He pulled it out of the gut of the running back Stites, gets to the 50 on a gain of 12. Good tackle in the backfield by Kyler Kinky, but he tackled the running back, which he's supposed to do. Nobody there to take out the quarterback. Gain of 12 for Hoover.
Well, okay, yeah, Kyler Kinky did the exact thing he was supposed to do. He took out the running back and forced Hoover to keep the ball and go to the inside. Just nobody inside to get Hoover.
Jeff Reed to the right, along with Reifschneider, their top two wide receivers, four wide. Handoff, Stites up the middle, makes the first man miss, and then taken down inside of the 45 to the 44-yard line. Tackle made by safety Keaton Markley on a gain of 6.
Tyrese Hill doing a good job forcing the ball up the middle. The defensive ends right now, that's their primary role, is hold that ground and make sure the play doesn't go to the inside. And McPherson's had to run every play up the middle so far to start this game.
Stites missed last week. He has 60 carries on the season. He's going to get a lot tonight. They don't want to play the backup Andrew Powell if they don't have to. He's still a little banged up from getting injured last week. Handoff Stites. Again, counterplay left side. Watch out. 35-yard line and gets tripped up before he can break it loose. Colton Myers, touchdown saving tackle at the 34. Gain of 10 for Stites, and so far everything on the ground for the McPherson Bullpups.
Well, and you can credit also Mikey Savarino, the senior wide receiver for McPherson. He was on the ground and played a role in tripping up the running back on that play.
McPherson on their offensive line goes 300-pound senior, 215 senior, 215 senior, 228 senior, 210 senior. And they go left to right with 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. Indians show blitz. It's a Hoover keeper up the middle, and jumping on the back of the quarterback is Logan Schulte, the sophomore, after a gain of 2. Danduran blitzed. That freed up Schulte, who's going to get credit for the tackle.
Yeah, you talk about the size of up front for the McPherson Bullpups. Not what the Hayes High Indians have seen from any other team this season. They've seen much bigger players, but they have not faced 5 seniors up front. These guys have a lot of experience.
McPherson converted on 3rd and 1, and now they're inside the Indian 35-yard line on 2nd down and about 8. It's a keeper by Hoover out of that option play. Goes inside of the 30-yard line. Indians were running after the ball that came loose after the play at the 26-yard line. 3rd down and 2 coming up for the Bullpups.
Tell you what, the Hayes High Indians need to get somebody in the backfield quicker. Kason Hoover has a lot of time to make the decision as to whether he's going to hand that ball off or keep it. You can't give Kason Hoover that much time to make that option.
3rd and 1 from the 25 for the Bullpups. 8:40 to go in the first quarter. It's the game's opening drive. 2nd, 3rd down. Indians show a 5-man front, and the Indians jumped off sides.
Xavier Danduran on the blitz, showing blitz, and he was blitzing all the way, and that time just got out of the blocks a little soon.
Indians' first penalty. It is when McPherson decided to check the play, and the entire offensive line stood up, and Danduran, who's normally a linebacker, was in that 5-man front on the center, went on first movement, and it cost the Indians 5 yards, and it's going to be 1st down for the Bullpups at the 20-yard line as they get into the red zone for the first time tonight. 2 wide receivers, right, Savarino and Diggs. Handoff Stites, tries to beat the defense to the outside 15. He's at the 10, angles for the pylon, stepped out of bounds. Steps out at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 17. First time the Bullpups get outside. Kurt, you mentioned it earlier. The Indians were forcing the running back to the inside. Stites made it to the outside that time.
That time the defensive ends, the outside linebackers were not successful in being able to push that play up to the middle there. McPherson, as a result, picks up their fifth first down of this drive.
Ball down to the 3, already 43 yards rushing for Tyson Stites, and everything has been on the ground. Still out of that shotgun formation. Now 2 power backs to the right of quarterback Kason Hoover. They like to run that way. Handoff Stites. They follow the 2 power backs. Gets to the goal line. Do they get in? The official says yes. Touchdown on the extra effort. Tyson Stites from 3 yards out scores, and it is 6-0 early on for the McPherson Bullpups, and boy, they just ran it right down the throat of the Hayes High Indians.
Boy, 10 plays, they bring it 72 yards down the field with 5 first downs to ultimately get the touchdown, really aided by a Hayes High Indian offside penalty that allowed McPherson to continue that first down drive.
3:49 on the drive, and the Indians down 6-0 pending the extra point. 3 different kickers have kicked this season for the Bullpups. This extra point is up and good by Drew Labertu. He's now 5 for 5 on the season, and it's 7-0 in favor of the McPherson Bullpups. What's interesting about their kicking is that they've had 3 different guys kick extra points. They're all perfect. Tyson Stites 6 for 6, Drew Labertu 5 for 5, now Jace Kinnaman 5 for 5. It's been because of injuries they've had 3 different kickers.
Well, McPherson started tonight on senior night just the way they wanted to, with a good drive. Again, 10 plays going 72 yards. Now what Hayes High needs to do is counter this on offense, and having 10-play drives, picking up multiple first downs isn't something the Hayes High Indians have done consistently, but we talked about it as a key to the game early on. First down production is going to be key, so I think it's very important to see what the tenure of this game is going to be like from this first play by the Hayes High Indian offense.
Indian football brought to you by Eagle Communications, Heartland Building Center, Midwest Energy, Gibbs Auto Supply, USAFE Pharmacy, and Steel Fabrications. Indians are going to send back to return this kick William Sinnott. Also going back is going to be Tavian Creamer, who had returned a couple of kicks during practice this week. The freshman going to get in for the first time. He's going to be more of an up back in this kickoff. Also Dylan Scheibler back at about the 15-yard line. 3 back to return the kick. It's a high, short kick. Scheibler will settle in underneath of it at the 17-yard line. Right side return. Gets up to the 30. Makes a man miss 35. And then gets to the sideline where he's pushed out of bounds. Nice return by Dylan Scheibler across the 35-yard line. Hayes High, good starting field position on their opening drive, down 7-0 to the Bullpups with 8:05 to go, first quarter.
Well, I'll tell you what, 8:05 to go. 4-minute drive by McPherson. Good ball control, 10 plays, 4 minutes, 72 yards for a touchdown. Now, Trey Van Pelt brings the offensive line up. It's Hayes High's chance.
From the 35-yard line, it's a shotgun formation for Hunter Brown. Schmidberger to his right, and Colton Myers, the tailback, puts a man in motion. Option play right. Brown's going to get to the 39-yard line, pick up 4 yards on first down. Hunter Brown, now over 270 yards on the season. Rushing, that's his 89th attempt. Schmidberger's ran it 31 times, and Colton Myers has run it 91 times. Ball up to the 39, Indians working from the right hash.
Hunter Brown got to the outside of the field there because Connor Winter did a good job of blocking the defensive end to the inside, not allowing that defensive end to protect the perimeter.
It's going to be 2nd down and 6. Same formation, 2 wide receivers right. Out of that shotgun, it's an inside handoff to Schmidberger, who fumbled the football, and it's McPherson with the ball. Recovered by Britton Bates. It is his first fumble recovery of the season. Hayes High, a rare turnover on offense, just their 9th of the season, and it comes on their first possession and the second play.
It's too bad, too, because I had my eye on Connor Winter again, who's up against a 200-pound senior Caleb Spike. Tell you what, Connor Winter was controlling that outside of the line. Hayes High Indians had a chance if they could get it off tackle.
So McPherson with the football at the Hayes High Indian 38-yard line. They stand and check the sideline. Wide receiver to the left is going to be Jeff Reed. 3 wide receivers to the right. McPherson did not throw on their first drive. They hand off to Stites. No, Hoover keeps to the left side. Indians read it well, and getting over to the sideline to make the tackle is going to be Colton Myers along that sideline. It's a gain inside of the 35 to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 4 yards for Kason Hoover.
Tell you what, good to see Colton Myers getting there. He came from the near side linebacker position, went all the way to the other side to pick up that play near the out-of-bounds line.
A touchdown for McPherson on their first drive, all on the ground. Then Hayes High fumbles on their second play from scrimmage. 7-0 McPherson out of that shotgun formation. It's a handoff to Stites. Counter play left, has some room to run. Tyrese Hill with the tackle, but not before a first down. Keaton Markley comes up to help make the tackle as well. It's going to be taken at the 26-yard line. Gain of 8 on the play for Tyson Stites, already 8 carries, 54 yards. Hayes High right now, just no depth, and they're playing a lot of kids. I'm not so sure I didn't see Chase Browse come into the ball game.
He's in there at the near side defensive end position.
It'll be first down and 10 from the 36. Hoover's going to hand it off to Stites up the middle, gets hit and drops. Xavier Danduran helps come up to make the tackle. Also up there to make the hit for the Indians, Mason Ibarra getting some time at linebacking. It's a gain of 2 yards inside of the 25 down to the 24-yard line.
Tell you what, the Hayes High Indians team success hasn't been that great, but Mason Ibarra's had a great sophomore year both offensively, and now we see him in there defensively making some key tackles.
From the 24 on 2nd and 8, handoff Stites, tries to go to the right side again, gets hit at the 25, flag in on the play. This is going to be a block in the back.
It's going to be a block.
Boy, the Indians read that really well. A block in the back is going to come back against McPherson on this one. The flag thrown at the 26-yard line, 10 yards back from there is the Bullpups' first penalty of the game.
Hayes High Indian defensive end or outside linebacker was trying to protect that perimeter, and Thomas Diggs, the number 82, to the tight end for McPherson, pushes him to the inside. Nice, good catch by the refs.
We're going to see several different players tonight in and out for the Indians. I'm not so sure on the offensive side. I didn't see Jack Fort in on the right guard that last time as well. So the ball backed up to the 35-yard line. It ends up being about a 12-yard penalty. It was at the 24, so it ends up being an 11-yard penalty. Again, that's a rule that has to change in high school sports. It needs to be from the line of scrimmage and not the spot of the foul. Just every other league does it that way. 4 wide receivers for Cason Hoover. Wants to throw for the first time. Screen near side. It's caught by Reed at the 30. Makes a man miss. He's going to get into the clear. Right side 10, 5, touchdown. Indians had him surrounded. Couldn't make the stop. 13-0 McPherson. And Hayes High has to get something going on offense quick before McPherson blows this thing out of the water.
Tell you what, the defensive line was in there rushing on the screen pass, but Jeff Reed, the senior wide receiver, got the ball, and on senior night, that senior was not going to be denied getting into the end zone. He pushed off a couple potential tacklers, broke through another one to get into the end zone.
35 yards following the penalty that made it 2nd down and 17. Hayes High had a beautiful opportunity to make a stop. Extra point from Drew Labertu is on the way. It is going to be good. It is 14-0, and there's still 5:35 to go in the first quarter. I guess that's one way to look at it. There's still time remaining for Hayes High to try to put something together here yet in the first quarter.
Well, I'll tell you what, we talked about how Chase Browse was getting into the game there. You really notice him at defensive end. He's got a lot of potential. He got in the backfield there. That guy is 6'6", 198 pounds. He's a big defensive lineman as a sophomore, and I look forward to watching him the next 2 years in his junior and senior years.
2 plays on the drive, 38 yards total, and the Hayes High Indians give up the 35-yard pass. It was the first pass thrown by Cason Hoover of the game. He throws it to Jeff Reed. That's Reed's 23rd catch on the year. He leads the team in receptions and in touchdown receptions, his 7th touchdown catch of the year. For Cason Hoover, the senior quarterback, 17 touchdown passes on the year, 13 in the last 4 games. Hayes High's run just 2 plays of offense. Indian football brought to you by Horizon Appliance and Electronics, Kevin Shoemaker Construction, Next Tech, M&D of Hayes, and Canterbury Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. It'll be Labertu to kick it off once again. Indians send 3 back to return the kick. The kick is going to be a little more down the middle. It's going to be returned by William Sinnott from the 13-yard line. Head of steam to the 20, 25, 30, and he gets out to the 34-yard line. Sinnott was one guy away from maybe taking it near midfield. Sinnott has got good motor, just a little undersized at times, and there's a player still on the Hayes High sideline for McPherson. Now up and moving, that is Ben Nickel on the defensive side. He's a little slow getting up. He's the one that made the tackle on Sinnott as the Indians have the ball at the 34.
Tell you what, you're right. Sinnott's got great speed. He got to the 20-yard line and kicked it in, and he was at the 38-yard line quick. McPherson just happened to have a defender right there to make the tackle.
So the Indians from the 34 fumbled on their 2nd play of the game. Now they go I formation. McPherson shows blitz. Handoff Danduran tries to bounce to the outside. Gets across the line of scrimmage. Drugged down out of bounds. As he gets near the 39, we'll see where they mark him out. Officially the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 4 for Xavier Danduran.
Okay, so gain of 4 on first down. On the previous drive, they picked up 4 or 5 going to that same side of the field. Outside of Connor Winter, they pick up 4 or 5 on first down. That's what they need to do. Now Hayes High Indians just need to hang on to the ball.
Trey Van Pelt will bring that line up with Mason Ibarra, the tight end, to the right side. Jack Ford is the right guard this time. It's an inside handoff to Schmidberger, met at the line of scrimmage and dropped. Just no room to run. The middle linebacker, Colin Gearing, making the tackle. His 62nd on the year, no gain, 3rd down. And our keys to the game, Kurt David mentioned, 3rd down success is paramount for the Indians.
Well, 3rd down success going into tonight's game is 30%. 30% are the ones that they've converted. Interestingly enough, better conversion percentages on 4th down. But the Hayes High Indians need to pick up the first down on 3rd down this play.
Markley left side, Tyrese Hill right side, 3rd down, play action pass. Brown running for his life in the backfield, goes down all the way back at the 25-yard line. There was no chance to even throw the ball down the field. Brown, once he turned around off the play action, had guys right in his face. Indians 3 and out. They're going to lose on the sack, the ball back to the 25 7-yard line. It's a loss of 8 on the sack.
So a fumble and now a 3 and out on their first 2 possessions. They're going to put the ball back into the McPherson Bullpups' hands.
Lane Clark on to punt, gets off a nice high spiral punt that's returned by Reifschneider from the 39-yard line. Makes a man miss, then goes down right at the 50. Pretty decent first career varsity punt for Logan Clark. I think I might have said Lane. Logan Clark with his first punt for the Hayes High Indians.
And now McPherson has started in their own territory. They've started in Hayes High in territory on their second position, and now they start right at midfield to start their third possession of the game.
34-yard punt for the Indians kicker Logan Clark. And still 4:13 to go out of that shotgun handoff. Stites bounces right, now goes left, hit by Mason Ibarra. First Indians tugging at the football. It's a gain of 2 to the 48. Indians are trying to limit the damage, forcing people up the middle. It's just been a struggle tonight for the Hayes High Indians. Freddie Haynes also into the ball game. Remember, he was injured a couple of weeks ago, now in at defensive tackle.
Freddie Haynes not just in the game, but he was in on that tackle with Mason Ibarra.
This drive starting from midfield, now at the 48, 2nd and 8, left to right for McPherson, 3 wide receivers. Reed, who had the touchdown catch to the right side, 2 in the backfield, this time for McPherson. They go Reifschneider, a run to the left side, 40-yard line, hit there, stumbles, and then goes down. First down as Reifschneider lined up in the backfield in a 2 running back set on either side of the quarterback. Hoover hands it off to Reifschneider, goes down at the 37. It's a gain of 11.
Second play, really, that McPherson's had success getting to the outside. First time on the last possession was to this near side of the field, this time to the far side of the field. So McPherson's running game, which is all they've done so far this game, has been both to the inside, middle, and to the far side of the field.
Reifschneider's 6th carry of the season. 3 wide receivers right. Reifschneider over here, Savarino and Diggs. 1 wide receiver left is Reed. 1st and 10. Hoover play action pass over the middle to Diggs. Diggs makes the catch. Markley makes the tackle, but it's a gain of at least 10, maybe 11, down to the 27-yard line. It's very close to a first down. The officials will check this out as Thomas Diggs makes his 8th reception of the year, gain of 9 on the play.
McPherson Bullpups disguised Diggs. He's the tight end, but he played out as a wide receiver on that play. Hayes High Indians looking for him to be a tight end. Diggs was uncovered, easy to make that reception, easy for Hoover to pick him up and out there on the field.
2nd and 1 from the 28-yard line. Stites to the left of Hoover on this 2nd down play. Hand off to Stites. Goes straight up the middle. Gets to the 26-yard line. Gains 2. Gets the first down. Stites already 11 carries for 60 yards. He's coming off an injury from a week ago. Suffered in practice, but he's back in the hard-hitting 6'1", 175-pound tailback is really hurting the Indians right now. Already 60 yards in the first quarter rushing, 2:20 to go. Indians down 14-0.
4 plays, 2 first downs, and already McPherson's 24 yards down the field, now at the 26-yard line.
14-0 McPherson and threatening to score again. It's a top option play left side to Stites. Stites makes 1 man miss, and then a second guy gets in on the tackle. Danduran forced him outside. Hunter Brown finished off the tackle on that option play left.
That's exactly right. Hunter Brown's going to get credit for the tackle there, but credit Xavier Danduran for forcing that thing farther out to the outside where Hunter Brown was waiting to make the tackle.
It's a gain of 1 for Stites on the option. Already 12 carries in the game. He lines up to the left of Kaysen Hoover. 3 wide receivers right, and the Indians jump off sides again on the check to the sideline play. 2nd time for the Indians. Hayes High worked on this very play throughout the week. Tyrese Hill, the guilty party. He'll come out of the game, and back into the contest for Hayes High is going to come Chase Browse. 2nd time Hayes High's jumped off sides.
Coach Rath has little tolerance for jumping off sides. Hayes High Indians have done that too many times this season, allowing teams to extend drives. Coach Rath's going to replace Tyrese Hill immediately and give him a little talking to.
Well, instead of 2nd down and 8, it makes it 2nd down and about, that's a short 5-yard penalty. 2nd down and about 4 for the Bullpups. Hoover goes to the air, looks over the middle. It is caught by Diggs. He's hit immediately at the 10-yard line by Keaton Markley, but a lot of space to complete the pass. 10 yards on Diggs' 2nd catch.
Again, McPherson disguising Diggs as the tight end, and the Hayes High Indians not picking him up.
And down to the 10 is Hoover, now 3 for 3 passing for 54 yards and a touchdown on that screen. McPherson to the red zone where they're 1-for-1 scoring tonight with a touchdown. Minute 10 to go. First quarter, Indians down 14-0. McPherson threatening to add another one here before the first 12 minutes have expired. Stites to the right side of the quarterback, gets the call, gets tripped up, and goes down just about the 7-yard line. Gain of 3 on 1st and goal to the 7.
McPherson runs that to the middle part of the field. The Hayes High Indians ready for it. But now at 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line, McPherson about to run off their 8th play of this drive.
This comes after Hayes High 3 and out. Hayes High has run 5 plays in the first half. First drive resulted in a fumble, second in a 3 and out. 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line. 2 wide receivers left, including Diggs. It's a play-action pass for Hoover. Chased by Browse on the right side. Throws to a wide-open Diggs in the back of the end zone. The Indians cannot cover the back of the end zone, and it's 20-0 McPherson with 22 seconds to go first quarter.
Coaching staff's going to need to make some adjustments against the tight end Thomas Diggs for McPherson. They're not picking him up in coverage. He's got free range to go to the outside of the field, and that particular play goes to the middle of the field. Hayes High's picking him up on no other places. The difficult thing for Hayes High is how to make that adjustment during the game when you have so many players playing both ways.
Labertu's extra point is on the way. It is hitting the upright and is no good. So the score remains 20-0. That comes after a Hayes High Indian 3 and out. And Hayes High's down 20-0. So McPherson is taking advantage of the short field, scoring from the 38-yard line where they started their second drive, scoring from the 50-yard line on their third drive.
You mentioned possession. You talk about how that was Hayes High Indians have had the ball offensively for only 5 plays. McPherson has scored 3 times with the ball. They've had 24 plays to Hayes High Indians 5.
Indian football brought to you by Progressive Physical Therapy, Crop Production Services, Edward Jones, Daryl, Jeff, and Linda Seibel, State Glass Company, and Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker. Chase Browse had made a nice play. He was chasing Hoover out of the backfield, but Hoover found Diggs in the back of the end zone. And for a 3rd time already, Hayes High is looking to return a kick. Dylan Scheibler has returned one of them, and William Sinnott the other. They're both back there to return the kicks. Tavian Creamer back there as well. This is a squib kick down the middle of the field. It's going to bounce high and be returned from the 30-yard line. I believe that was Dylan Schmidberger on the return up the middle. The fullback will go across the 35-yard line. Indians again with pretty decent starting field position, and that is Dylan Schmidberger with the return. With 17 seconds to go in the first quarter, Hayes High down 20-0 will start at their own 40-yard line, having run just 5 plays of offense.
Boy, Hayes High Indians have started at their at the 35, the 34, and now the 40. Pretty consistent coverage by the McPherson kickoff team.
Indians right now have -3 yards of offense.
I'm guessing McPherson has a few more than that?
Just a few. It'll be 2 wide receivers left out of the shotgun, 2 running backs. Now Markley in motion will stop, go up the field. It's a keeper by Hunter Brown, and there are 3 white jerseys behind the 35-yard line. Back at the 33, it's a loss of 7 on the quarterback keep.
Boy, and led by number 13, Gearing, that middle linebacker, 62 tackles. Now he's got 63, another one for loss.
And that will be the first quarter. Hayes High down 20-0 after the first 12 minutes. We return to McPherson in a minute. This is Hayes High Indian football.
We get it. You work hard and play hard. Internet should be the last thing slowing you down. Eagle Communications gives you the speed you need so you can play hard and save cash. For a limited time, get 30 meg for $30 or 50 meg for $50 so you can work, play, and save. Call us at 877-61-EAGLE today.
We get back to McPherson, and Hayes High on second down and long throws a screen pass that'll lose more yards, and Hayes High already negative yards, -10 after the first quarter, goes backwards this time to the 29-yard line.
Boy, flat pass out there into the flat, almost like a screen pass, but Britton Bate, the defensive tackle, he's a senior, 210 pounds, also plays offensive line for McPherson. Read that completely and was on Colton Myers the minute he caught the ball 5 yards back.
Loss of 4. They gave him forward progress to the 29-yard line. Third down and 21 for the Indians. Down 20-0 to begin the second quarter here in McPherson, who have won 4 in a row. 5 on the play clock. Indians have to hurry to the line for this 3rd and 21 play. It's a play action keeper by Hunter Brown. He'll get positive yardage across the 30 to the 35-yard line. Gain of 6. That's it. Hayes High 3 and out. We'll punt the football.
Gearing, a middle linebacker there, taking advantage of a gap to force that ball, Hunter Brown, to go just to the left side off tackle right into a number of McPherson Bullpup defenders.
So it'll be Colton Myers this time to punt. Logan Clark had the first punt of the night, punting away from the 35-yard line. The punt by Myers, a high punt, forcing Reifschneider to fumble it off his hands at the 25-yard line, gather it back in at the 23-yard line, gets taken down at the 25-yard line. Good special teams coverage on the 41-yard punt by Colton Myers. His 17th punt of the season, but McPherson has the ball back. They have already gone up 20-0. Hayes High has run 8 plays on offense.
McPherson's going to be at their own 26-yard line. That's going to be the farthest back. They started the game first possession at the 28. This will be 2 yards back further than that, so the deepest possession for McPherson so far in this game.
Well, here comes Kason Hoover with Tyson Stites to his left, 2 wide receivers right, and 1 to the left. He's 3 for 3 passing with a pair of touchdowns. Stites runs straight up the middle. Dan Duran makes the hit at the 30. It'll be a gain of 4 on first down. 14 carries already for Tyson Stites. Last week, McPherson was down to their 5th-string running back. It was Honesty Whitker, a 6'2", 164-pound sophomore. He carried it 24 times. He was their only running back available. 103 yards and a touchdown. He suffered a concussion on the final offensive play of the game.
Well, I tell you what, talk about Whitaker. You also talk about Andrew Paul, who's had multiple 100-yard rushing games, and he's not in the game right now.
And now whistles and officials' timeouts. The play clock never wound. And an equipment issue for Tyson Stites, the running back, who's to the right of Kason Hoover. Hoover, the quarterback, fixes the malfunction. And the clock rolls with 9:50 to go. Second quarter, Indians down 20-0. Play to the left side. Stites trying to get to the corner. Does so at the 30. 35 sideline, 40. And he's pushed out of bounds by Hunter Brown at the 48, make it 47-yard line. 17 yards and nobody out there to make the tackle for the Hayes High Indians.
Well, McPherson, I'll tell you what, on the first possession, the Hayes High Indians, we really complimented the defensive ends for protecting the perimeter. McPherson's made adjustments and are blocking those guys inside.
Indians just trying to search for an answer at this point, down 20-0, but McPherson pretty well doing whatever they want, offensively and defensively. Jeff Reed will line up as the wide receiver to the right. 2 wide receivers left, including Jack Reifschneider, and now whistles from the near side. Do we have a timeout on the field? Yes, timeout, Hayes High. They're going to use their first timeout of the ball game with 9:41 to go in this second quarter. Hayes High down 20-0. Indian football brought to you by Adams Brown, Barron and Ball, Leon's Welding and Fabrication, Hayes Kalon, Lewis Automotive Group, Insurance Planning, and Discount Siding. It's McPherson Bullpup football at the 47-yard line, moving right to left. Hayes High down 20-0. McPherson went 10 plays, 72 yards, and got a 3-yard touchdown run from Tyson Stites. Then there was a 2-play, 38-yard drive after Hayes High fumbled on their second play of the game. The drive was capped off and made 14-0 on a pass from Kason Hoover to Jeff Reed on a screen play on what was 2nd down and 17. And then Hayes High went 3 and out. McPherson went 9 plays, 50 yards, capped off by a Kason Hoover 7-yard touchdown pass to Thomas Diggs.
Coach Rath bringing the opportunity to bring Dante Blackman into the game now on the outside.
Hoover, play action pass, looking deep down the field. He's going to overthrow his intended receiver, Mikey Savarino. Closest person to catch the football was Keaton Markley, and it's 2nd down and 10 for the Bullpups, still at the 47-yard line.
Casey Hoover, not great protection there. A little bit of rush from the Hayes High Indian defensive line, just overthrew his receiver by about 5 or 6 yards.
McPherson lost their first 2 games of the year to Buhler 26-13, May South 14-6, and this is a McPherson team. It feels like if they play that same schedule now, they may be undefeated on the season. It's hard to argue with that assessment. 3 wide receivers right for Hoover, 1 to the left. Handoff is Stites. No, it's a keeper by Hoover. Goes left side, chase to the sideline, and he's taken down across the 50 in Hayes High territory as the Indians get Conrad Viner over there, Hunter Brown, and Mason Ibar to help make the tackle. But Hoover picks up 5 yards to set up 3rd down and 5. Just the second time that McPherson will attempt a 3rd down play. Earlier on 3rd and 1, Hayes High jumped off sides.
And Connor Winter didn't necessarily get very far back in the backfield, but he did step up the line of scrimmage and made Casey Hoover make a quicker decision on what to do on that option play.
And a flag on the play before anybody's even lined up. Was it a substitution infraction against McPherson? It would appear to be. Oh, an equipment violation against the Bullpups. Well, whatever it is, it's 5 yards and makes it 3rd down and 10 for the Bullpups. McPherson coaching staff is none too happy about it. Goes back to the 47-yard line where this drive has been for now 3 plays. 3 wide receivers right. Jack Reifschneider, Mikey Savarino, and Thomas Diggs, who has 3 catches already tonight. Jeff Reed, 1 wide receiver left. Stites to the left of Hoover in the backfield for 3rd and 10 for the Bullpups. Pass play for Hoover. It's going to be a screen side, near side for Reed. Makes the catch. 1st down 40, 35. Tackled from behind, Wyatt Sheevy. But the Indians can't cover the screen. Down to the 31. It's going to be a gain of 22 yards on the play.
Second time McPherson's been very successful with the screen, picking up a very big additional yardage. Freddie Haynes in the backfield that time, putting a rush and making Casey Hoover rush to throw that ball, but Casey Hoover still made the reception, and that screen picks up a number of yards and another 1st down for McPherson.
Down to the 32-yard line. Oh, no, they move it to the 31, my mistake. It'll be a conversion on 3rd and 10. McPherson, 3 wide receivers right again. This time they do hand off to Stites. Stites off right tackle, gets undercut by Xavier Danduran, and it is a gain inside the 30 down to about the 27-yard line. Quick Kalon scoreboard update for you. Abilene leads Wamego after 1 quarter, 7-0 in the other District 8 game.
And now timeout on the field.
They're making Freddie Haynes exit the field. Doesn't appear to be injured, but for whatever reason, he has to leave. Gain of 3 on the play by Stites. 16 carries, 88 yards. So Hayes High gets a chance to...
Jonathan Springer coming in for Freddie Haynes. Jonathan Springer.
Looks like something...
Senior, 6 foot, 178 pounds.
On the right brace on that knee for Freddie Haynes must have broken, so they're taping that up. So now it'll be 2nd down and 7. Stites tries to get to the right side, down the field, 25-yard line, flag on the play. This will come back against the Bullpups on the penalty at the 25-yard line. The officials will walk together at the 25, talk about it for a moment. If it's against McPherson, it's their 3rd first-half penalty. It's a hold against the Bullpups from the 25. It'll back them up 10 yards, so 3 yards for Stites on the play. And, Kurt, you can see that McPherson knows now they can get to the outside, and that's exactly what they're trying to do here at their home stadium.
Chase Sprouse now coming out of the game. A substitution. Looks like Freddie Haynes might be back in already.
It looked like they were taping up down around his right knee where he wears a brace. So at the 35-yard line, McPherson will have 2nd down and 14. Last time they had this type of opportunity, they threw a screen pass for a touchdown. 20-0 McPherson, 7:30 to go in the 2nd quarter. Savarino to the right as a lone wide receiver. Now Diggs splits out to the right. Normally the tight end. 2 wide receivers left. Reed and Reifschneider, the 2 most dangerous guys. They throw the pass over the middle to Reed. Reed at the 30-yard line, spins off 2 tackles and nearly breaks it free. Indians are able to complete the tackle. Mason Ibarra again on the tackle. This time it's made at the 26-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 9 yards to Jeff Reed, his 3rd catch.
Freddie Haynes not back in yet. That's Dylan Schmidtberger, who's moving up to play a defensive end position for the Hayes High Indians. So coaching staff trying to mix up that front 4 to try to put some pressure on Kason Hoover in the backfield.
3rd and 5 from the 26-yard line for the Bullpups. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down. Need to get down to right against the 20-yard line. It's going to be Hoover up the middle, breaks through 2 tackles. He's going to get to the 1st down marker. Indians had him right at the line of scrimmage, kept his legs moving. What should have been a no gain on the play is probably going to result in a 1st down. If not, it's going to be a 1st down, gain of 5 for Hoover straight up the middle.
Okay, now the coaching staff making some additional changes. Looks like Logan Schulte into the game for the Hayes High Indians and Colton Schendaler into the game on the defensive line. Again, trying to shake up something on the defensive line to find something productive to stop Kason Hoover.
Reed and Reif Schneider going to go to the right. McPherson starting to slow down their tempo here a little bit. Dante Blackman out of the game as coming back in Freddie Haynes, and McPherson's going to call a timeout. I'm not sure that they knew what play they wanted to run here on this 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line, so they'll use their first timeout of the half. 6:08 to go in the 2nd quarter. Hayes High down 20-0. That was our score after 1 quarter, but McPherson threatening to score again. Indian football brought to you by Forte's Auto Sales, High Plains Roofing, and Commerce Bank. Hayes High has run a total of 8 plays in the first half. 2 plays and fumble on their first drive, then back-to-back 3-and-out possessions. McPherson has gone 10 plays touchdown, 2 plays touchdown, 9 plays touchdown, and they threaten again here in this 2nd quarter.
Yep, they're on the 9th play of their drive right now, and they've controlled the ball for just about 4.5 minutes on this possession.
After 1 quarter back at Lewis Field Stadium, it is Phillipsburg 34, TMP 0 after the 1st quarter. That's your Hayes Kalon scoreboard update. After 1 in Liberal, it is Great Bend 7, Liberal 0. Kalon scoreboard update for the green grass you won in the spring. Spring starts in the fall with Kirk Maska, 6'2", play left side is going to go for Reif Schneider. Dances the sideline, steps out of bounds. Inside the 15, marked down at the 11-yard line. Gain of 9 for Reif Schneider on his 2nd carry.
Boy, that play develops quickly. Kason Hoover really doesn't even hold that ball. He's in a shotgun position. The snap comes back to him, and he really just bats the ball up to Reif Schneider. He doesn't really take possession of it. It's more of an immediate bat, so that play has practiced well, has got to come together in order for it to happen that quickly.
Depending on the stats, that's actually a pass. So depending on who's keeping stats for McPherson, you can go pass or run. Handoff is going to go to Reif Schneider again. He's going to go left side, get hit, taken down. Actually, that's Stites on the run. Nice aggressive tackle by Wyatt Sheevy, who has really started to excel in this linebacking role. Gain of 2, 1st and goal for the Bullpups.
Tell you what, Wyatt Sheevy, a great open field tackle there, squared up, got running Reif Schneider around the shoulder pads, and then just wrestled him straight to the ground.
McPherson already up 20-0. Now they're at the 9, inside 6 minutes to go, 1st half. Savarino, Diggs to the right. Diggs has a touchdown catch. Reed to the left. He has a touchdown catch. Stites in the backfield has a touchdown run. 1st and goal from the 9. Hoover takes the snap. Hands off to Stites. Big hole up the middle. Gets wrapped around the waist and taken down. Sheevy down low helps make the tackle.
And Trey Van Pelt up high. Yep. Trey Van Pelt now in there on the defensive line trying to help out.
It's a gain to about the 6-yard line. A gain of 3 on the play for Stites. Already 19 carries in the first half for Stites. 2nd and goal from the 6 as McPherson attacks the left end zone now. Hayes High down 20-0 after 1 quarter. Now Hoover's going to have 5 wide receivers, 3 right, 2 left on this 2nd down play. Man in motion is going to be a toss into the hands of Gabe Hoover, the brother to Kason Hoover. He's taken down at the 5 on a gain of 1. That is Hoover's 2nd run of the year, 3rd and goal from the 5.
And Chase Browse trying to hold his ground. Chase Browse, 198-pound sophomore. It's up against a 300-pound Jared Ruth, who's a senior left tackle. So tough Tough opposition for Chase Browse. He's trying to hold his own ground.
Colin Gearing will come into the game along with Michael Mendez as the two power backs to the right. Hayes High jumped off sides again on the check to the sideline for a play. 3 times it's been run by McPherson. 3 times the Indians have jumped off sides. And unlike in college and pro football, there's no opportunity to get back. So a half a distance penalty. Indians have 3 penalties on the entire night, all 3 on offside penalties. So it'll be 3rd and goal from 2.5 yards out instead of 3rd and goal from the 5. 20-0 McPherson, and they're threatening to tack on more from just inside the 3-yard line. Back to Hoover, keeper left side. He'll get to the pylon and score the touchdown. Indians couldn't get off the block on the left side. Hoover goes untouched, 26-0, pending the extra point with 4:27 to go in this second quarter.
14 plays for the McPherson Bullpups. They bring it 74 yards down the field in 14 plays and take off 6 minutes. They start this possession with 10 minutes, 31 seconds on the clock, now at 4:27.
Labber 2 for 3 on extra points tonight. This extra point is on the way. It is going to be good. 27-0 in favor of the Bullpups, with that 4:27 still hanging on the clock in the second quarter. That comes after an Indian 3 and out. 4 possessions, Kurt David, for McPherson, 4 touchdowns for the Bullpups, and they had been outscoring their opponents wildly over the last 3 games. That is continuing on here, and really their last 4 games.
Meanwhile, the Hayes High Indians have 3 possessions, a fumble, and 2 3-and-outs.
Hoover, a 3-yard run to cap off that 14-play, 74-yard drive, and McPherson's offense, except when they were set up in the short field following the Indian fumble, have gone 10 plays, 9 plays, and 14 plays for their touchdowns. Again, they convert on 3rd down on this drive twice. 4 for 4 in the game on 3rd downs. Hayes High will go back to return yet another kickoff.
Do all those plays, and again, Hayes High's had the ball for 8 offensive plays.
Well, it'll be Labber 2 to kick off for the first time from right to left. Indians send 3 back to return this kick. The kick is going to go down the middle and into the end zone for a touchback. Back to return the kick was the Hayes High Indians' William Sinnott, but Hayes High will have the ball at the 20, moving left to right with 4:27 remaining in the first half.
Now, you mentioned about a 12-mile-an-hour breeze coming out of the south, and now Labertu's got the wind at his back to make that kick, and it gets it into the end zone.
Hayes High negative 4 yards in the first half on their 8 plays. Now, well, less than that, negative 8 yards. Negative 4 passing, negative 4 rushing in the first half against this Bullpup defense, who show 4 down linemen. They'll jump back and forth between 3 down and 4 down. Indians go double tied in. Brown to throw, under pressure, over the middle, in and out of the hands of Sheevy. Would have been a first down. Sheevy pounds his fist down into the turf. Hunter Brown 1 for 2 passing, and that one, he had a little bit of time to throw. Found Sheevy breaking over the middle, just couldn't haul it in at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, the ball, Hunter Brown had time to throw that ball. The ball was thrown a little bit right above the head of Sheevy, but clearly within his grasp, and Sheevy knows he should have made that catch.
Indian football brought to you by High Plains Farm Credit, Classic Quality Body Shop, Roof Masters, Hertz Rent-A-Car, and Steel Fabrications. All McPherson here in McPherson, 27-0. 1 wide receiver to the left, 2 wide receivers to the right. For the Indians, Hunter Brown. Brown is going to hand it off, cut back by the tailback. It is Colton Myers. He'll get a yard on his first carry of the game, coming with 4:12 to go before halftime. 3rd and 9 Indians.
Interesting. Dusty got a question for a rules clarification. Tyrese Hill came out of the huddle, went straight to the sideline. Are you allowed to have 12 guys in the huddle in high school?
No, you're not. The officials may be looking at the scoreboard at 27-0 in this game as well, or they simply didn't catch it. Sinnott checks out of the game. Indians will.
2 guys in, 1 guy out. Okay, here comes.
And there's Keaton Markley going out of the game. Dylan Schmidberger in. Indians will go with that double tight set with 2 in the backfield and a tight motion to the left. Now flags on the play. It's a completed pass left side short of the first down marker to Wyatt Sheevy. The play was allowed to continue, so if it's offsides on McPherson, Indians will get a chance to redo 3rd and 9 because they did not get the first down. They only picked up 7 yards on the completed pass. False start on the Indians. The penalty will likely be declined, and Hayes High will punt the football on 4th down, but the officials say, no, we're going to move it back 5 yards.
Now, although that flag came right as the ball was snapped, that illegal procedure would be a dead ball foul.
I was just surprised they didn't blow the play dead. So the Indians will have a chance to go for 3rd and 14. 3rd and 6, 3rd and 21, 3rd and 14, 3:34 to go in the second quarter. Hayes High down 27-0. They have the ball back at the 16-yard line now, moving left to right with 4 wide receivers. Myers to the right side of the quarterback, Hunter Brown. Brown has a man in motion, play action pass. Looking over the middle, it is intercepted. Drew Labertu on the pick. He'll return it back to the 7-yard line. Labertu, his 2nd interception of the year, just the 2nd interception thrown on the season by Hunter Brown, and the Indians just do not have it tonight, do not have an answer.
Hayes High Indians only had 1 receiver downfield, so really the entire secondary for McPherson could stand back to see where the ball was thrown. Labertu waited till the ball was in the air, then sprinted in that direction and made a clean interception. Now McPherson's got the ball, 1st and goal on the 9-yard line.
And they did mark him down there at the 9. You're right. It'll be Hoover with a running back to his left. Powell in for the first time, takes the handoff, makes a couple of guys miss. He's into the end zone, and another touchdown for the Bullpups. 5 possessions, 5 touchdowns for the Bullpups. They've scored twice off of Indian turnovers. This is a 1-play, 9-yard drive. It goes to Andrew Powell, his first carry of the night, his 2nd touchdown of the year. 33-0 McPherson with 3:13 to go before halftime.
And you can talk about with the lead that McPherson can take Stites out of the game, but you put Powell back in there, and I'll remind you, in previous games he's had multiple 100-yard rushing games, so you can put Stites on the sideline, but now you've got to deal with Andrew Powell.
And Powell was going to be a underused running back tonight. They didn't want to use him if they didn't have to, but they don't have to, and they are. The extra point is good, so 34-0 in favor of the McPherson Bullpups, who were already established as the favorite in this district coming into this week because of the injuries to the Indians, and they have certainly done nothing to hurt their status as the favorite in this particular district.
Dustin, we're 3 minutes and 13 seconds away from halftime. The Hayes High Indians down 34-0. And before we go to break at halftime, you're going to look at me and ask, what do the Indians need to do in the locker room to come out in the second half? What adjustments do they make? And I don't know where to start. Offensively, they've had a fumble, they've had 3 and outs, and now an interception on every drive. The McPherson's been able to score. They've been able to do it on the ground, really only attempting 1 true pass play down the field. The rest have been screen plays that have allowed McPherson to get into the end zone on each drive.
34-0 in favor of the Bullpups. They're in a 4-game winning streak. They'll make it 5 tonight. Hayes High has had 4 drives tonight, a fumble, punt, and interception. 2 plays, 3 plays, 3 plays, 3 plays. Labertu's kick is shorter this time. Angling to the sideline, Scheibler from the 5. Right hash return 15. Taken down in special teams coverage by Chandler Wired, a 143-pound sophomore. Indians will get the ball to start the second half. They have 3:09 remaining first half to try to do something with it. Down 34-0.
Boy, Labertu taking advantage of the wind again. He didn't get into the end zone, but he got it deep enough that the coverage team was able to make that tackle inside the 20. Hayes High starts a ball on the 19-yard line with 3 minutes and 9 seconds left in this second quarter.
Hayes High negative yardage tonight, -7 right now, and a pair of turnovers as well. 1 wide receiver right is Tyrese Hill. 1 wide receiver left is Mark Lee. Turn and handoff to Colton Myers on the counter. Gets to the 20 for a gain of 1. Well, and for Hayes High, this is as rough as it's been. Hayes High with the toughest schedule in 4A and the second toughest in all of 11-man football. It's seen 5A Great Bend, 5A Liberal, 6A Garden City, 5A Valley Center, 6A Dodge City, and was just hoping to finally play somebody about their level, but injuries decimating this team. 2nd down and 9, keeper by the quarterback right side. gets across the 20, but by about the length of a football. 3rd and 9 coming up for the Indians.
You know, we talked about injuries starting the game. We talked about Shane Barons being out. We talked about Colin Kreitzer and how those two guys have half of the touchdowns for the Hayes High Indians. But in the last 2 weeks of practice, the Hayes High Indians have had as many as 7 starters miss some practice time as a result of injury. Just too many guys out in too many places.
Indians have not had the ball across midfield tonight against the Bullpups. They have not gotten a first down in the first half against the Bullpups. Tyrese Hill right, one wide receiver to the left, Keaton Markley on 3rd down and 9 from the 20. Play action pass. This time Brown has a little time to throw, complete to Schmidberger along the sideline, hit hard, well short of the first down marker. The tackle is going to be made by the Bullpups. Gunnar Reese, the weak safety, makes the tackle right at the 25-yard line. 4th down for the Indians.
And now Colton Myers is going to be lining up in punt formation, kicking into about a 12-mile-an-hour wind out of the south.
It'll be a 5-yard gain to Schmidberger, his 2nd catch of the year. So the punt snap comes from the 25-yard line. It's a roller that Reifschneider's going to pick up at the 40, stay on the sideline, and he reverses field at the 45, back behind the 40 again. Now tries to dance back to the 45. That will make Coach Jace Paplovich a little unhappy this next week in practice, I imagine. The punt ends up going 35 yards by Colton Myers, his 2nd punt of the night. And McPherson has the football and another chance to score after the Indians go 3 plays and punt.
And McPherson's going to have 1 minute and 32 seconds, and they're starting right at midfield.
34-0 McPherson. Do they go to the air for the first time exclusively? Quarterback Kason Hoover, 6 for 7, 92 yards, a pair of touchdowns. He's thrown his 6 completions to 2 different wide receivers. A check to the sideline play, and the Indians don't jump this time from the 45. McPherson on their own side of the field. They've enjoyed great field position all night. 3 wide receivers right. Hoover to throw. Looks left side. Pump fake for Reed down the sideline. Incomplete. Coverage provided on the play by Hunter Brown.
Kason Hoover with plenty of time to throw the ball there. All offensive linemen. The only one really down the field was the one receiver, Reed. Everybody else in there to block for Kason Hoover to give him plenty of time to make that throw.
So 2nd and 10 from the 45. McPherson, they've attempted 1 field goal on the season, which they've missed, so they're thinking touchdown all the way here with 3 wide receivers right. Reed to the left, who was the intended wide receiver last time. Handoff Stites up the middle, gets hit by Colton Myers, also taken down by Connor Winter just inside of the 50 to the 49-yard line. Gain of 6 for Stites, 102 yards on 20 carries in the first half. 3rd and 4. McPherson does have 2 timeouts remaining, which they're not using right now. From the Indian 49-yard line, up 34-0. McPherson 4 for 4 on 3rd down tonight. 2 wide receivers right, including Sam Arbuckle, a senior. Handoff Stites. No, Hoover pulls it out of the belly of Stites, and Hoover is going to get near a first down. Dylan Schmidberger nearly took the handoff from Stites. Hoover pulled it out and is going to get 4 of the 5 yards he needed, 3 of the 4 yards he needed, setting up 4th down and 1 with 40 seconds to go. McPherson will leave the offense on the field and try to convert here, and Hayes High, well, there's whistles, but no timeout. Hayes High shows a 5-man front. Check to the sideline. Hayes High holds on the line. Now the Indians show a 5-man front with 25 seconds to go before the half. McPherson on 4th down and a yard from the 46-yard line. Again, check the sideline. 7 on the play clock. McPherson may not be running a play. 3 on the play clock. McPherson tried to draw Hayes High off sides. They could not. Timeout McPherson, their 2nd of the half on 4th down and 1.
McPherson lining up for really only time for about 2, maybe 3 plays if they pass the ball. But on a 4th and 1, you think they're going to run the ball. McPherson still has 1 timeout left if they wanted to stop the clock before halftime.
It's been all McPherson tonight. Hayes High still negative yards in offense as we get near halftime. A scoreboard update for you around the area. Plainville tonight, winning in their game. Also, Scott City leads Colby 14-6 at halftime. Scott City's won 4 in a row. They're into district play against the Colby Eagles. It'll be 4th and 1 for the Bullpups, who line up to go for it, or does Hoover punt? Hoover's also the punter, and this is their punt formation. Hoover's going to punt it away, a short pooch kick that is going to roll inside the 5, down to the 2, and into the end zone. So McPherson punts for the first time tonight. It comes with 7 seconds to go before halftime.
Okay. The Hayes High Indians hold McPherson to a 3-and-out possession. And Hayes High Indians got the ball for one play here. They deferred the kickoff, so the Hayes High Indians will start the second half on offense.
You know, Hayes High will, I would imagine, come out and take a knee to end a forgettable first half of action.
I've never taken a knee down 34-0 before, but okay.
And there it is, and Hayes High will end the first half down 34-0 to the McPherson Bullpups, who score 5 times on their first 5 possessions and then punt on their 6th. Hayes High negative yards in the first half. They went 3 and out on 3 occasions, 3 plays and an interception, 2 plays and a fumble.
You know, you're looking at me like you're going, Kurt, you know, what is it Hayes High Indians have got to do now? They really have had no production offensively. They haven't been able to stop McPherson defensively. Dustin, I think here's what you've got to do. Hayes High Indians, we know all season long, have had troubles coming out in the second half and playing aggressive football in the third quarter. They actually did the best we've seen last week against Dodge City. Somehow the coaching staff needs to convince these players, okay, it's still 0-0 in terms of our records. We need to treat this second half like a whole different game. We need to start this whole game over and really just try to implement our offensive schemes and get some play production. Start new, just forget about the first half. This game at 34-0, quite honestly, is probably out of control, and the Hayes High Indian coaching staff needs to take this as a building block as they work into going to try to get a win next week at Lewis Field Stadium against the Abilene Cowboys. To me, halftime right now is all preparation for next week.
Hayes High down 34-0 at halftime to the McPherson Bullpups. It's halftime, and this is Hayes High Indian football.
This high school sports presentation is sponsored by Kerner Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza, Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes, Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today, 628-6712. This high school sports presentation is sponsored by Kerner Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza, Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes, Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today, 628-6712. Lifetime Dental Care. Lifetime Dental Care provides your family health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Vernie's Hamburger House is at 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Rhine Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Call Patty Bacon Rhine today. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable with quality products they stand behind. See them at their new location north of Hayes or online at homesteelsiding.com. Thirsties. Before the game, during the game, after the game. Enjoy great food and a great atmosphere at Thirsties. Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction. M&D Incorporated does trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community. Insurance Planning Incorporated, insurance for the way you work and live, for business, home, and family. Value the price. Remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and AgPro Crop Insurance. Offices at Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Home Oil and Supply, 24-hour card fueling, bulk delivery of gas and fuel. Proud to support TMP and Hayes High. Serving the Hayes area since 1963. Home Oil and Supply. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks and vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayschevrolet.com. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Master Cleaners, 200 West 8th in Hayes. World of Wheels. At World of Wheels, they offer quality vehicles at affordable prices. Their customers mean the world to them at World of Wheels, 426 East 8th in Hayes. Walmart. Save money, live better. Walmart of Hayes. APAC has proven itself to be unsurpassed in quality and safety for highway construction. In fact, APAC is recognized as having one of the very best safety records in the industry. APAC, giving you a smooth ride. Carpet One of Hayes, Vidstem Decorating Center, providing you the quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One, Vidstem Decorating Center. Whiskey Creek Woodfire Grill, where the fire's always burning. Whiskey Creek. Commercial Builders, on time, on target, on budget. Commercial Builders. Redeem Designs, screen print, embroidery, design, where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best at 2204 Vine in Hayes. Redeem Designs. James Motor Company, proud to serve our hometown athletes. They have an excellent selection of new and used Buick, Cadillac, and GMC vehicles. See the good guys for the best deal around. James Motor Company, 13th and Main in Hayes. And Eagle Communications, our community connected. It's our high school sports sponsors this year on Eagle TV. This high school sports presentation is sponsored by Kerner Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza, Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today, 628-6712. Lifetime Dental Care. Lifetime Dental Care provides your family health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Vernie's Hamburger House is at 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Rhine Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Call Patty Bacon Rhine today. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable with quality products they stand behind. See them at their new location north of Hayes or online at homesteelsiding.com. Thirsties. Before the game, during the game, after the game. Enjoy great food and a great atmosphere at Thirsties. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction. M&D Incorporated does trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community. Insurance Planning Incorporated, insurance for the way you work and live, for business, home, and family. Value the price. Remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and AgPro Crop Insurance. Offices at Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Home Oil and Supply, 24-hour card fueling, bulk delivery of gas and fuel. Proud to support TMP and Hayes High. Serving the Hayes area since 1963. Home Oil and Supply. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks and vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayschevrolet.com. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Master Cleaners, 200 West 8th in Hayes. World of Wheels. At World of Wheels, they offer quality vehicles at affordable prices. Their customers mean the world to them at World of Wheels, 426 East 8th in Hayes. Walmart. Save money, live better. Walmart of Hayes. APAC has proven itself to be unsurpassed in quality and safety for highway construction. In fact, APAC is recognized as having one of the very best safety records in the industry. APAC, giving you a smooth ride. Carpet One of Hayes, Vidstem Decorating Center, providing you the quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One, Vidstem Decorating Center. Whiskey Creek Woodfire Grill, where the fire's always burning. Whiskey Creek. Commercial Builders, on time, on target, on budget. Commercial Builders. Redeem Designs, screen print, embroidery, design, where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best at 2204 Vine in Hayes. Redeem Designs. James Motor Company, proud to serve our hometown athletes. They have an excellent selection of new and used Buick, Cadillac, and GMC vehicles. See the good guys for the best deal around. James Motor Company, 13th and Main in Hayes. And Eagle Communications, our community connected. It's our high school sports sponsors this year on Eagle TV. This high school sports presentation is sponsored by Kerner Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza, Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today, 628-6712. Lifetime Dental Care. Lifetime Dental Care provides your family health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Vernie's Hamburger House is at 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Rhine Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Call Patty Bacon Rhine today. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable with quality products they stand behind. See them at their new location north of Hayes or online at homesteelsiding.com. Thirsties. Before the game, during the game, after the game. Enjoy great food and a great atmosphere at Thirsties. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction. M&D Incorporated, does trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community. Insurance Planning Incorporated, insurance for the way you work and live, for business, home, and family. Value the price. Remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and AgPro Crop Insurance. Offices at Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Home Oil and Supply, 24-hour card fueling, bulk delivery of gas and fuel. Proud to support TMP and Hayes High. Serving the Hayes area since 1963. Home Oil and Supply. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks and vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayschevrolet.com. Master Cleaners. Do your laundry in only 4 minutes. 2 minutes to drop it off and 2 minutes to pick it up. Master Cleaners, 200 West 8th in Hayes. World of Wheels. At World of Wheels, they offer quality vehicles at affordable prices. Their customers mean the world to them at World of Wheels, 426 East 8th in Hayes. Walmart. Save money, live better. Walmart of Hayes. APAC has proven itself to be unsurpassed in quality and safety for highway construction. In fact, APAC is recognized as having one of the very best safety records in the industry. APAC, giving you a smooth ride. Carpet One of Hayes, Vidstem Decorating Center, providing you the quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One, Vidstem Decorating Center. Whiskey Creek Woodfire Grill, where the fire's always burning. Whiskey Creek. Commercial Builders, on time, on target, on budget. Commercial Builders. Redeem Designs, screen print, embroidery, design, where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best at 2204 Vine in Hayes. Redeem Designs. James Motor Company, proud to serve our hometown athletes. They have an excellent selection of new and used Buick, Cadillac, and GMC vehicles. See the good guys for the best deal around. James Motor Company, 13th and Main in Hayes. And Eagle Communications, our community connected. It's our high school sports sponsors this year on Eagle TV. This high school sports presentation is sponsored by Kerner Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza, Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today, 628-6712. Lifetime Dental Care. Lifetime Dental Care provides your family health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Vernie's Hamburger House is at 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Rind Appraising Services.
Back in McPherson as we get set for the second half between the Bullpups and the Hayes High Indians. Kurt David, Hayes High down 34-0 in game number 1 of district play. And if you're Hayes High, figure out a way to reset and become a better team for next week, because it doesn't get any easier next week with Abilene.
Well, and they really ought to have a chance to really get some effective practice in here against Abilene. You know, McPherson's up 34-0. The maximum points they can get from a district playoff game is 21 points. So not a lot of incentive here for McPherson to keep pushing. They ought to be bringing some players in to get them some experience on Friday night. They'll give Hayes High Indians an opportunity to be productive offensively. And again, try to prepare for an Abilene Cowboy team who, you know, the last time the Hayes High Indians got a win at home at Lewis Field Stadium was against the Abilene Cowboys in 2014. So, you know, there's some things to look forward to in this schedule yet in this season. Just got to get through this loss tonight, but try to make this second half as productive and effective as possible, and then consider that to be part of the win for this game.
Hayes Kalon scoreboard update at halftime. Phillipsburg 58, TMP 0. Also at halftime in this District 8, Abilene over Wamego 14-7. Abilene 6-0, Wamego 3-3. Also at halftime, Great Bend up over Liberal 28-0, and Garden City over Dodge City 20-7. Boy, a big Week 8 showdown shaping up between Garden City and Great Bend. If those scores hold, you're looking at the conference championship on the line between the two undefeated teams, not only in WAC but in the season, and those two teams vying for the number 1 seed in their respective classifications in 5A and 6A.
Yeah, exactly. Garden City's looking for a high seed in 6A ball, and Great Bend in 5A ball. It's just going to be a terrific game next week. I believe that game's at Garden City, isn't it?
Very well could be. Garden City up 27 at halftime. Great Bend up 28-0 at halftime. Your scoreboard update powered by Hayes Kalon. Make your grass the greener side of the fence with Kurt Viner at 623-8427. Hayes High will be receiving the ball to start the second half. Their longest drive in the first half, 3 plays. They had 5 drives, 2 plays fumble, and then 4 consecutive 3-play drives, punt, interception, punt. Hayes High had turned it over just 8 times the entire season. They have turned it over twice tonight on a fumble and once on a interception. 1 fumble, 1 interception, 1 fumble each. Yeah, the Hayes High Indian offense blew up in the first half in just about every conceivable manner you can think of. They fumbled, an interception, punts, just anything else they can accomplish on the bad side of this spectrum in this game offensively. So now it's time to try to find a way again to build off this and try to find a way to find some game plan that they can implement next week against Abilene. Second half kickoff brought to you by Steel Fabrications, the Ironmen of Western Kansas. Steel Fabrications. If you need it fixed, welded, built, or sandblasted, see Steel Fab. East Highway 40 in Hayes, proud to support the area youth in all that they do. It'll be McPherson to kick off, right to left to the Indians. They have that wind that's still about 15 miles an hour out of the south-southeast, so a chance for this one maybe to carry back to the end zone again. Dylan Scheibler is back to return the kick. Also, William Sinnott is back there, and it'll also be for the Hayes High Indians, Tavian Kramer back there as well. He'll stand over on the left side of the return at about the 10-yard line. Well, here we go. Second half set in McPherson. Senior night for the Bullpups. Hayes High will have senior night in 1 week when they take on the Abilene Cowboys in what really will turn into a must-win situation for Hayes High at Lewis Field Stadium. Drew Labertu to kick off. This kickoff is high and short, and it's going to be at the 6-yard line for Sinnott. Right sideline return 20. Gets to the 25 and can't quite break through. Special teams tackle will take him down at the 26-yard line. Second good return by William Sinnott. Hayes High has the ball at their own 26, moving left to right, and we'll see how many people even come back out for the Bullpups. They're going to send in a whole slew of new players to start the second half. There's going to be a lot of different Bullpups out there in half number 2, especially so far on that defensive line. Exactly right. I don't see any of the original starters on the defensive line for the McPherson Bullpups right now. So Hayes High Indians going against a whole new string of players. New linebackers in there as well. It's going to be Hunter Brown trying to keep, almost fumbled, and slips on the turf and goes down in the backfield. Luke Thompson in at linebacker. Sam Arbuckle in at linebacker. Probably see a lot of seniors into the game tonight, as well as the Indians lose the ball or lose yardage back to the 23-yard line. A loss of 3. Hayes High now -5 yards on the night.
And one thing, we talked about it as a key to the game. Hayes High Indians have got to find a way to be productive on first down. They haven't done it all night tonight. They picked up 4 or 5 yards on those first 2 possessions. Beyond that, they've really lost yardage on just about every down. Hayes High Indians got to figure out a way to implement some plays that can gain them production on first down.
Mason Ibarra tied in left, 3 in the backfield. Play clock at 0. The Indians get the snap off. Hunter Brown going to be taken back all the way back at the 11-yard line. The entire offense went right. Hunter Brown went left. Somebody didn't get the play into the right way, and
yeah, they're actually
ball back to the 13-yard line, a loss of 10.
And not just a confusion, not just with Hunter Brown or anybody on the team, but even the offensive line. They actually were triple teaming the nose guard for McPherson, which obviously then opens up a hole on the left side as well as the right side of the line of scrimmage for a linebacker to come through. And that's exactly what happened. And the Hayes High Indians now in a 3rd and
23. Last time the Indians in this field position threw an interception. It's going to be Brown to throw on that 3rd and 23. Quarterback draw, goes left side 15, 16, hit from behind out to the 18-yard line. So it'll be a gain of about 5 yards on 4th and 23 out to the 18-yard line.
You know, I'm no coach, Dustin, and I understand what Hayes High's doing here. Colton Myers coming in to punt, but I don't see what that accomplishes. Colton Myers is going to punt into the wind here. McPherson's going to get the ball inside Hayes High Indian territory. Why not run a 4th down play and try to make something happen?
3rd punt for Colton Myers tonight. A low snap that he picks up off the turf. A spiraling punt going to be taken at the 46-yard line. It's a left side return to the 45. Big block at the 40. At the 30-yard line, Indians miss a tackle, and the return goes back to the 26-yard line, returned by Gabe Hoover, and it's going to be a nearly 4-yard net on the punt.
Well, that's what I'm getting at is you could have run a play there and so you only gain 2 yards or 3 yards. There's only going to be a 1-yard difference there.
37 yards on the punt, and McPherson will again start in the Hayes High territory. Indians tonight without a first down. Handoff Powell up the middle. Shifty running back to the 15. And a gain, they'll say at the 16, gain of 6 for Andrew Powell. At halftime, Indians had -2 yards. They lost 8 total on that last drive. McPherson 266 at the break. 34-0 for McPherson, and they too are taking their time on this, getting the play in. They bring in a new right tackle, Brian Puhala, a 210-pound junior. Snap back to Hoover. Handoff left side. It's going to be Powell jumping past a defender and getting down to the 10. Boy, Powell, what a running back. 148-pound junior. He's not going to necessarily run you over, but he's going to make you miss. And the tackle made by Conrad Viner at the 10.
Lots of changes up front for the McPherson Bullpup offensive line, but not with the center. Clayton Gearbrandt stays into the game. Important to have that center quarterback combination to give your offense a chance for success. And McPherson changes out about just every other offensive lineman except for the center.
New left tackle is Dawson Van Gothen, the 172-pound senior. New left guard Tyler Wheat, 200-pound senior. They start all seniors on the line, then bring in more seniors. Handoff, Powell up the middle on the counter. He's going to go to about the 5, and now the official gets run into at the goal line. He is up very slowly. He and Dylan Scheibler collided, and the official up very slowly after the play. Gain of 4 by Powell to the 6-yard line.
Looks like he's going to be okay.
This is the second time that a official has been run into tonight. So 2nd and goal from the 6. Play in from the sideline for the McPherson Bullpups, who lead 34-0 and going with a large amount of secondary guys tonight. Arbuckle, wide receiver left, and now timeout on the field by the Hayes High Indians.
Okay. Probably inappropriate for me to talk about the athletic prowess or lack thereof of the officiating staff.
You can do what you want, Kurt. It's 34-0 with 8:15 to go, 3rd quarter.
My wife's been wanting me to stay home on Friday nights. Is that a bad opportunity for me?
There you go. Hey,
okay.
Do what you need to do. It's all McPherson in McPherson tonight. Hayes High has not garnered a first down. They have negative yards total. Hayes High Indian football brought to you by Kerner Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, Coldwell Banker and Executive Realty, Thomas More Prep Mary, and Carpet One of Hayes, Vitsum Decorating Center.
Hey, Coach Rath takes his first time out of this second half early in the game, 8 minutes and 12 seconds left. Again, I like to see this. He's taking an opportunity to use this as a coaching moment as McPherson faces a second and goal on the about 5.5 yard line.
And McPherson really jumped out early. They just drove it right at Hayes. 10 plays, 72 yards all on the ground. Hayes fumbled on their second play of the game. McPherson scored 2 plays later as 14-0, and McPherson scored on their first 5 drives of the game. Second and goal from the 6. Hoover again hands off to Powell, left side, then cuts up the middle, gets taken down near the 2-yard line. So third and goal from the 2 coming up for the Bullpups. A little extracurricular activity, and the Bullpups shoving their teammate Andrew Powell away from a Hayes High Indian.
Chase Browse doing a nice job there on the near side defensive end, forcing that ball up the middle, forcing Andrew Powell up the middle.
Third and goal from the 2. Hoover will check the sideline for the play. Powell jumped to the right side of the quarterback. Powell already with 1 touchdown rush tonight. Hoover takes the snap, hands off to Powell, who waits, gets into the end zone. Touchdown, McPherson. 40-0 in favor of McPherson with 7:35 to go, third quarter, pending the upcoming extra point after the Hayes High 3 and out. McPherson drives 22 yards for the touchdown.
22 yards and 5 plays. 22 yards and 5 plays. 2 minutes. 2 minutes for 5 plays to go 22 yards.
McPherson now 5 for 6 tonight on third down. They've scored twice. Extra point on the way, nearly blocked by Tyrese Hill. The extra point is good, and it is now 41-0 for the Bullpups with 7:35 to go. Andrew Powell's second touchdown rush of the night. This one on third down and goal from the 2, and he punches it in. 5 plays, 22 yards on the drive by McPherson. Hayes High will have to figure out a way to regroup. Coming up next week, the Indians at home against Abilene. The Cowboys were up 14-7 on Wamego after the first half in Abilene.
Actually, a little bit closer than I thought it would be. You look at the common opponents between Abilene and Wamego this year, and Abilene truly just outscores those common opponents. Wamego at 3-3, really have lost to some questionable opponents. And playing at home, you thought Abilene would fare better. It's not their senior night. They're going to play McPherson the last week of the season in Abilene for senior night, but 14-7, closer than I would have expected.
And now Labertu will line up the kick from just inside the left hash. This kickoff is a line drive kick. It'll go into the end zone for a touchback, and Hayes High that has been mired deep in their own territory all night tonight. I shouldn't say that. Hayes High started at the 35, 34, and 40, but now starts at the 20, 19, 26 and 20-yard line. Hayes High on their first drive of this half went negative 8 yards.
Yeah, it hasn't been horrific field position for the Hayes High Indians to start, but they just haven't been able to convert on, many first downs. The first series had a 4-yard first down. The second series had about a 5-yard first down play, but other than that, it's mostly been lost yardage plays.
Handoff, Colton Myers, left side, squirts ahead across the 20 near the 22-yard line for a gain of 2 on first down. Myers, 3 carries, 4 yards for the Hayes High Indians. Makes it second down and 8. And boy, Hayes High just right now needs small victories. Just get a first down. Hayes High 2nd and 8 as Wyatt Sheevy brings the play in from the sideline. He'll split out right. Tyrese Hill, wide receiver left. Colin Kreitzer out, likely for the season with a broken hand. Under center is Brown. Keeps it over the right tackle this time. Little to nothing on the play. Tackle is going to be made by the McPherson Bullpups backup defensive lineman. It is Dawson Van Gotham with the tackle, 192-pound sophomore. Third down and 8, no gain on the play.
Well, here's what's discouraging for the Hayes High Indians. They'll face McPherson again next year as they continue the schedule, and right now there's 2 juniors and a sophomore in there on the defensive line for McPherson.
On offense, they start nearly all seniors, 8 seniors, 3 juniors on defense, 9 juniors and 2 seniors. This entire defense is pretty much back next year. 3rd down and 8 for the Indians. Brown is going to drop back and throw, look down the field behind the defense. A one-handed catch. Nope, dropped. Intended for Keaton Markley, who couldn't make the one-handed catch. If he makes the catch, Hayes High scores a touchdown. Instead, it's another 3 and punt.
And he makes the catch. It's on ESPN as well because it was behind his back. He reached back with his right arm above his head, behind his back, had that ball kind of bringing it in, but just couldn't keep it under control. Would have been a beautiful, beautiful highlight catch.
So after just 2 yards on this drive, Hayes High will punt. Colton Myers to punt for a 4th time tonight. This one nearly blocked. It's going to stay in Hayes High territory as it rolls across the 45 to the 47-yard line. A 25-yard punt on the Indians' 5th punt of the night. 7 drives for Hayes High tonight. 1 fumble, 1 interception, and 5 punts. No first downs, and McPherson has the football in Hayes High territory, this time starting at the Indians' 47-yard line.
6 minutes and 8 seconds still left in the 3rd quarter.
Kason Hoover, the quarterback. Andrew Powell, the junior running back, to his left. 3 wide receivers left for Hoover. They'll stand and check the sideline. 1 wide receiver to the right. For the Bullpups is Jeff Reed, who has 3 catches tonight for 66 yards and a score. Hoover is going to play action pass, look to throw. Now he's going to run as the Indians give chase. He's going to pick up 4 yards. The Indians had him dead to rights on a sack, and he's going to pick up 3 yards inside of the 45-yard line.
I'll tell you what, McPherson's trying to mix up some new plays. They brought Rain Wrightsma back into the game. He was the starting right guard. He was in the game. He was actually pulling on that play near to the near side of the field, and that's not something we saw McPherson do a lot during the first half, was do pulling guards like we saw last week against Dodge City. So McPherson coaching staff even trying to implement some new game plan tonight.
2 left, 1 right. Hoover on 2nd down, hands off to Powell. Doesn't need much room. Hit by Sheevy before the first down marker at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 6 for Andrew Powell, who they didn't know if Powell was even going to play tonight, but after Tyson Stites toted the ball 20 times for 102 yards in the first half, it's been the Andrew Powell show. 3rd and 2 for the Bullpups, who are 5 for 6 on 3rd down tonight. Hoover with Powell to his left this time from the 39-yard line. Hayes High nearly jumped off sides. Get back apparently did not enter the neutral zone. Powell to the right of Hoover. It's a handoff to Powell. He'll get the, will he?
It's going to be a little short.
I think he's going to pick up a yard, and it'll be 4th and 1. Powell got 1 of the 2 yards that he needed for the 3rd down conversion. And they're going to give him not even that, nothing on the play.
Colton Myers comes up from that tackle, kind of like shrugging his left arm a little bit, almost if his shoulder might be bothering him.
He's been dealing with stingers for a lot this year. 4th down and a yard and a half. Hayes High shows a 5-down lineman front. Now they walk up a 6th defender. McPherson, 1 wide receiver right, 2 to the left, 4th down and about a yard and a half for the Bullpups. Now the Indians bring one of the guys off the line. Toss left side for Powell. Powell juggles, has a big hole. He's going to get hit by Xavier Danduran, and this is close. Danduran is able to come over and make the tackle. They might have to bring the chains.
The far side officials spotted this thing short.
Yeah, he did. Xavier Danduran up a little slow, and now they stop the clock and point at Xavier.
Now, Danduran is up slow, but boy, what a stop there. Powell had that ball. Danduran stopped him in his tracks. No additional yardage, not even an inch after that initial contact.
The officials are going to make Xavier Danduran exit the game. Danduran kind of takes himself out, and Xavier is about as tough as they come. He has instilled a toughness on this team, and now the officials have to bring the chains from clear across the field.
Didn't know the officiating staff could do that. Force a player off the field.
Well, I think they wanted to check him out, and then he kind of voluntarily took himself out of the game. The chains are stretched, and it is going to be short of a first down. So Xavier Danduran's tackle, he chases down the speedy Andrew Powell, forces a change of possession on downs, and the Indian defense holds, but did they lose Xavier Danduran in the process? He's being evaluated over on the Indian sideline now. And we'll try to check in to see, mainly on defense. Xavier's run it one time on offense tonight, so Hayes High will have the football at their own 36-yard line.
Okay, so they held McPherson to a turnover on downs. They had one 3-and-out possession there to end the first half. Now a turnover on downs, so something to build off for the Hayes High Indian defense.
I'm not sure how Danduran ran Powell down. Looked like Powell had more than enough space to convert the first down on 4th and a yard and a half, but the Indians end up holding on the drive. It's a counter play to Colton Myers, gets left side 40, 45 midfield, goes left side 40, inside of McPherson territory at the 20, down to the 15-yard line, and the Indians get their best play of the night down to the 16-yard line. They'll back it up to the 19, down to the 14-yard line where they say he officially went down.
Junior Gunnar Rice filling in now in the secondary for McPherson, ran down Colton Myers, but good pickup, and again, that's what you want to see the Hayes High Indians do, is institute some plays, that time a counter play. The Colton Myers took the outside and picked up some yardage.
50 yards, and the Indians' first down of the night, and they're in McPherson red zone with 3:47 to go, third quarter. Handoff again to Myers, tries to go to the right side, hit the ankle, stays on his feet, gets down to the 10-yard line on a nice run of 4 yards to the right side.
Now the Hayes High Indian offensive line being able to control the defensive line for McPherson a little bit, really, for the first two plays, consistent plays of this game.
And where credit is due, there's a lot of different guys in there on that defensive line now for McPherson.
Okay.
A few smaller guys than what they saw earlier. Jace Kinnaman is into the ball game on defense for the first time. 2nd and 6. It's a keeper. Hunter Brown right side. He tries to go outside, gets dropped, taken down by the McPherson Bullpups, Brandon Wills, and the Indians will lose yards on that play back to the 11.
Okay, so now a 3rd down and 6 play. We've talked about it before. Coming into this game, 30% production or 30% conversion of 3rd downs to 1st downs. That's obviously diminished since the first part of this game. The Indians now into 20% range, but here's an opportunity to convert a 1st down for the Hayes High Indians on a 3rd and 6.
Lost a yard on the play. 3rd and 7. It's going to be a play-action pass. Brown to throw for the end zone, looking for Sheevy. Makes the catch. He's into the end zone. Touchdown. Hayes High Indians. They score for the first time tonight with 2:26 to go in the 3rd quarter. A touchdown pass going from Hunter Brown to Wyatt Sheevy. It's his first career touchdown reception.
And credit Jack Ford, who's in there, the 6'1", 240-pound junior, did a great job of blocking his person on the defensive line to give Hunter Brown time to throw that pass.
Well, Hayes
nice
High's
block, Jack Ford.
First successful drive. It comes on their first down. The extra point by Clark. Logan is through, and it's 41-7. It comes after Hayes High held the Bullpups on 4th down and a yard and a half, and Hayes High puts points on the board, down 41-7 now.
You know, it's 41-7. Here's an interesting stat to take a look at. That's the 11th touchdown this season for the Hayes High Indians. I've got this right. 7 of which have come from passing, 4 come from rushing. I know Coach Rath likes to run the ball. That's the premise of his offense. But truly this year, the Hayes High Indians have been more productive passing the ball, scoring more often, 7 times to 4.
An 11-yard pass on 3rd down going from Hunter Brown to Wyatt Sheevy. It is the, as Kurt mentioned, 7th touchdown pass of the year for Brown. It is the first touchdown reception for Wyatt Sheevy. So the Indians get a 50-yard run, and then from Colton Myers, and then on 3rd down, an 11-yard touchdown pass, and Hayes High will kick off for just the 2nd time tonight, and the ball falls off the tee before Logan Clark can boot it away. The kickoff return team is going to be Jack Reifschneider along with Gabe Hoover.
64 yards at 4 plays by the Hayes High Indian offense, led by a 50-yard run by Colton Myers, but on a nice counter play that Colton Myers carried to the outside.
It puts the Indians, by the way, in positive yards tonight. The Clark kick, a short pooch kick, fair catch called for at the 34-yard line by Thomas Diggs, the tight end / wide receiver.
Look at my stats here. This might be the worst field position McPherson has started with all night. Nope, I'm sorry. They back in the
their very first quarter. I started at the 28.
Well, they had one at the 26. So
now at the 35. So this is their third worst of the night on their 9th drive of the evening. Hoover, the quarterback, now Jace Kinnaman is going to be the tailback to the left of Hoover. Hoover's going to throw, though. Look over the middle. It is going to be caught. Catch made across the 45-yard line near midfield. It is picked off by Sam Arbuckle, a senior in to make the catch. It is Arbuckle's third reception of the year, up to this time the 48-yard line, gain of 13.
Tyler Wheat now in on the offensive line. He's a senior on senior night coming into play. Some a 6 foot, 190-pound offensive lineman.
And 1st and 10 from the 48. Again, Kinnaman to the left. This time he gets the call. Bounces left, gets hit at the ankles by Sheevy. Dances around the tackle into Hayes High territory at the 44. Jace Kinnaman, whose older brother is at Fort Hays State University. He was at times the starting point guard last year for the Tigers. Kyler Kinnaman, their dad, the basketball coach here in McPherson. Gain of 8 by Kinnaman.
I didn't know there was another Kinnaman on the way up in for McPherson football. So
well, he's here. He's a sophomore, and he's a 190-pound running back. He's to the left of Cason Hoover for this 2nd and 2 play from the Indian 44-yard line. Hoover to throw, looks left. It's in and out of the hands, intended for Jeff Reed. He doesn't drop many. And it's 3rd down and 2 for the Bullpups.
You talk about a sophomore 190-pound running back, how this game has changed. 200-pound linemen are so common, even 300-pound. Dustin played football back in the 80s. I was 150 pounds playing defensive line.
So
I wouldn't make the team at 150 pounds anymore.
2 wide receivers to the right, not as an offensive lineman. 2 wide receivers right. There's a power back in the backfield. Thomas Diggs is that power back this time. 1 wide receiver to the left, Jeff Reed. 3rd down and 2 for the Bullpups. They will hand off to Kinnaman. Kinnaman is hit, and he's undercut before he can get to the 1st down marker. Good job that time by Wyatt Sheevy. No gain on the play. Sheevy makes the tackle. 3rd, make it 4th down and 2.
So McPherson on a 2nd consecutive possession is going to try and convert a 4th down. Last time was about 4th and 1 where the Hayes High Indians stop Andrew Powell short. This time it's going to be 4th and 2, and it's like Kinnaman's going to get the nod.
2 wide receivers left, 2 to the right. Diggs and Arbuckle to the right side. Indians do not jump. They go wide splits on the defensive line with 4 down linemen. The center unguarded. Handoff Kinnaman. He gets hit. He's going to get out of the tackle and get the 1st down. Sheevy made the initial hit right at the line of scrimmage, but Sheevy couldn't take down the 190-pound running back for the 1st down at the 40 on a gain of 4.
Boy, Hayes High Indians need to swarm to the ball. Had they done it on that play, they would have effectively stopped it. Sheevy had that play stopped, but again, you're 190 pounds, and Kinnaman kept his legs turning to pick up the 1st down.
Just a little too low on the tackle. Of course, Wyatt Sheevy weighing in at 150. Trying to take down the 190 running back. So 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line for the Bullpups, who convert on 4th down, 1 for 2 tonight. Diggs and Arbuckle right. It is Hoover to the left along with Reed. It's a handoff to Kinnaman. Cut back at the 35, still on his feet near a 1st down as his helmet pops off. It's a gain of 9 on the play to the 31.
Well, he's now about 9.5. He's going to be close to where they're spotting that ball. Is going to be close to that 1st down marker.
So Kinnaman's helmet apparently busts, and so he will come out of the game, and Andrew Powell will come back in, but will end the 3rd quarter after they wind the clock and take off the final 7 seconds. After 1, Hayes High down in McPherson, 41-7. This is Hayes High Indian football.
Most exciting yards in football. It's NFL Red Zone from NFL Network. Get every touchdown from every game, every Sunday afternoon. And football doesn't stop on NFL Network. It goes all week.
We're covering it like crazy.
Get NFL Red Zone from NFL Network today.
Add NFL Red Zone so you can watch all the game-defining yards in football. Call us at 877-61-EAGLE today.
McPherson will work into the wind here for the fourth quarter, up 41-7. Second down and 1. Handoff. Powell shakes off a tackle at the hips, gets hit by Mason Ibarra and Keaton Markley, and he'll go to the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 on the run by Andrew Powell.
Tell you what, the McPherson Bullpups have brought in some new offensive linemen. That time they opened up a big hole for Andrew Powell. In fact, Tyler Wheat not just immediately blocking one of the defensive linemen for Hayes Hyenas, but also got downfield to pick up one of the secondary.
They've got their center, Clayton Gearbrandt, still in the ball game. And to the quarterback, who's now the backup, Kyler Hoppus, the 157-pound sophomore, is in to the game at quarterback to start the fourth quarter. Handoff. Kinnaman gets hit by Sheevy and dropped down. And Kurt, you mentioned it. Indians need a rally to the ball. Sheevy gets there first. Colton Myers comes in to help finish him off. No gain on the play.
That's exactly right. That's exactly what needs to happen. We saw Wyatt Sheevy get a tackle in the backfield that could have stopped a first down play. However, nobody swarmed to the ball that time. Hayes Indians do it well.
The right guard is still the starter, Rain Rietsma, at the right guard position. Second down and 10 from the 20-yard line. Hoppus will take the snap. He's going to roll out to his left, look down the field. He's throwing. It is caught. It is going to be a catch made by Brandon Wills at about the 11-yard line. Well, they'll mark him well short of that. So they went down at the 14-yard line, gain of 6 on the pass play by the backup quarterback Hoppus to Wills.
Nice coverage and reading that play by Xavier Dandran. He covered that ball well, knew exactly where quarterback wanted to throw that ball, and he was right there to make a tackle quickly. So now a third down and 4.
From the 14-yard line of the Hayes High Indians in the red zone for a 6th time as McPherson. Handoff goes to Powell. He gets taken by Wyatt Sheevy again. After no gain, 4th down for the Bullpups. Do they look for a...
I think that was Kinnaman on that play, Kerry.
No, you're right. It was Kinnaman. And so the ball stays at the 14-yard line. What does McPherson do on 4th and 4? Other than try to draw Hayes High offsides. McPherson's only kicked 1 field goal this year, which they missed, and that was by Tyson Stites, who played the first half tonight, and no more. 4th and 4. The snap back to Hoppus. Handoff. Kinnaman straight up the middle, and he's going to get it. Simple dive play, and McPherson is going to convert to the 10-yard line.
Simple dive play, and really the Hayes High Indians didn't cover it poorly. Kinnaman just found a way to find a hole and keep moving his legs to pick up the first down.
So McPherson is 2 for 3 on 4th down, and their last 2, and they've both come on this drive.
You know, we talked about this earlier in the game, how the Hayes High Indians, there was so many players going both ways, how that was going to affect them in the fourth quarter. We're going to see that here on out through the end of the game.
Ball at the 10, handoff. Kinnaman again tries to sidestep a defender, can't do it, gets to the 9. There's Sheevy again on the tackle. Also coming in is Kyler Kinky to help make the tackle. And it's a gain of 1 to the 9. 9:15 to go, fourth quarter. Hayes High down 41-7.
You're right, Kyler Kinky in there doing a nice coverage, holding his ground on the line of scrimmage. Now 2nd and goal from the 9.
McPherson has rattled off some long scoring drives tonight. 3 of them 9 plays or more in the first half. This one north of that 9 play. It's going to be Hoppus. Keeper right side looking to throw for Wills. Now he's going to tuck. He's going to run. He'll get hit by 2 defenders, get out of it, and score a touchdown. 2 Indians hit each other and not the quarterback. And on the 2nd down run, Hoppus into the end zone from 9 yards out, his first touchdown rush of the year.
And not only does he do 2 defenders crash together and unable to pick up Hoppus, it's Colton Schindler and it's also Xavier Dandran, and both of them were slow to get up after that play after running into each other.
You know, you get
Logan Schulte now in for Colton Schendeller, it looks like. Xavier Dandran stays in on the play.
47-7 pending the extra point from Labertu, who has missed one tonight. He was 4 for 4 on the year. He's kicked more than that in this game. This extra point is good. 48-7. He is 6 for 7 on extra points tonight. 8:43 to go. A 9-yard run by Kyler Hoppus. And the Hayes High Indians, 8:43 remaining to try to come back and score. They scored on their last possession. Maybe try to put something together here again in the fourth quarter.
Now 13 plays and about 5 minutes consumed off the clock for the McPherson Bullpup offense there to score.
They took over on the 35-yard line, so a 65-yard drive on those 13 plays, twice converting on fourth down. Once on 4th and 4 from the Indian 14-yard line. McPherson has been in the red zone 6 times tonight. They have scored 6 touchdowns. They've had the ball 9 times tonight and scored 7 touchdowns. Indian football tonight being brought to you by Paul Wartenberger Construction, Service Master Clean of Hayes, Master Cleaners, and Lifetime Dental Care. Indians will fall for the 6th consecutive game. McPherson will win a 5th consecutive game. Short pooch kick. Indians are going to recover it. It's loose on the ground. It's McPherson football.
Well,
so
that's something we hadn't seen all night.
Brandon Stouth went up to try to catch it. As he's catching it, he gets hit. It is jarred loose, and McPherson goes onside pooch kick and gets the football back at the 45.
Hayes High Indians lose their 2nd onside kick of the season. I think there's only been 2 attempted against Hayes High this year, and they've lost them both.
So Hayes High's 3rd turnover of the night. I think that's a tad unnecessary, up 48-7.
Okay, so Logan Schulte now in there on the defensive line for the Hayes High Indians. It's like...
And the ball from the 44-yard line. Hoppus at quarterback, hands off to Kinnaman. Kinnaman sheds 1 tackle, 2 tackles, gets in behind his offensive lineman, driven down to the turf at the 39 on a gain of 5. He is the 4th running back to have, or 4th runner for McPherson to have 4 or more carries. McPherson with the football back after a pooch kick onside kick. After going up 48-7. 8:18 to go in the game. Hayes High trails by 41 points.
Jonathan Springer, we saw him in the first half on the defensive line. He's now back in. Again, he's a 6-foot, 178-pound senior.
Ball down to the 39. Handoff is going to go straight up the middle. It is going to be Jacob File, 120-pound freshman, with the carry.
But he's going to be short. It's going to be about a 3rd and 1 situation. So the Hayes High Indian defense has got a 3rd down opportunity to try to stop the McPherson Bullpups.
McPherson has actually not converted on their last 3 third downs, on 3rd and 2, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 4, but then converted on the last 2 4th downs. 2 wide receivers left, including now Tyler Scott, a junior, into the ball game. File is the running back on this 3rd down play, up the middle, big enough hole to get him the first down. Taken down at the 32-yard line. File 5'4", 120, plows forward for a first down at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 4 yards.
You know, we've seen Xavier Dandran come up on the defensive line, then right before the snap, go back to his linebacker position. Had the play been called where he could stay on the defensive line, he likely, that ball went right to that gap that he left open by going back to the linebacker place. They make that decision to leave him on the line. That play gets stopped.
Hoppus on 1st and 10, hands off File, goes right side, taken down as he gets just inside the 30, between the 29 and 30-yard line. And Hayes High just trying to drag their exhausted bodies up and off the floor at this point. Yeah. Hayden Brown in at the cornerback position. William Senna in at safety now. File picks up 3 on that run.
Conrad Viner back into the game. Connor Winter on the front line. Logan Schulte on that front line. Kyler Kinky on that front line.
Ibarra, Schmidberger, the outside linebackers. Dan Duran and Sheevy, the inside linebackers.
And I apologize, Freddie Hainsley's back in there on the front line, the defensive line.
6:24 to go in the game. Indians down 48-7. McPherson with the football again after the onside pooch kick. Handoff file, counterplay right, 25. Sideline gets shoved out of bounds. Taken down at the 21-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 20-yard line, gain of 9 by the freshman, Jacob File.
Hey, a first down there, but I want to compliment. I mentioned Freddie Haynes being back in there on the defensive line. Tell you what. Well, and I'm wrong. That was Chase Browse. I've got my numbers wrong. Chase Browse was that far defensive end, and he had a great spin move to get off that blocker for McPherson and then sprinted diagonally across the field to get in towards the tackle.
McPherson into the red zone for the 7th time tonight. Handoff to yet another running back, and into the ball game for McPherson to run the ball. Mason Thrash, a 170-pound freshman. He pushes the pile forward for 4 yards. Ball down to the 16-yard line. McPherson has thoroughly dominated this game.
Brandon Hoffman looks like he's now in at the nose guard position for the Hayes High Indians.
5:40 to go, 48-7 McPherson. They jumped out to a 34-0 halftime lead, led 20-0 after the first quarter here on senior night. They go on the road to Wamego and to Abilene in district play. Hoppus with Thrash to his left this time will hand it off. It's fumbled. Thrash picks it up and then just gets drilled by Conrad Viner in the backfield. A rare tackle for loss. In fact, for Hayes High, that's their first tackle for loss. It happens back at the 21-yard line on a loss of 5. For Conrad Viner, his first tackle for loss this season and of his career.
Brandon Hoffman mentioned him in there. He's a sophomore, 5'9", 252 pounds. Hayes High Indians have got some good players coming back in 2017. So it's going to be, they keep getting these guys some experience on nights like this. That's only good for them to help develop that talent that's coming along.
3rd and 11 for McPherson from the 21-yard line, left to right towards the Indian red zone, or to the Indians' end zone. 2 wide receivers left. Hoppus is going to hand it off straight up the middle. Bouncing off the tackle is going to be Thrash, and then he's flung down to the turf by Connor Winter, who got a hold of his jersey. It's a loss of 2 yards on the 3rd down play.
Connor Winter grabs onto the jersey, pulls him backward for a loss of 3.
Connor Winter's 3rd tackle for loss this season, the 240-pound junior on the defensive line. 4:10 to go, 4th and 13. McPherson staying out on the field on offense. They're 2 for 3 tonight on 4th down.
McPherson's had this ball for 7 plays, and they got it with 8:45, and there's about 3:45 left now.
4th down, 13 from the 23 for Hoppus and the McPherson Bullpup offense. Hoppus drops back to throw, fades up to the middle of the end zone, incomplete, overshot, an open wide receiver, tried for Talon Huff, and it's a change of possession on downs for a 2nd time tonight for McPherson. Hayes High will get the football back down 48-7, 3:43 to go in the game, but as Kurt said, that drive took 5 more minutes off the clock.
Hayes High Indians now going to get the ball back, 3 minutes and 43 seconds left on the clock. Their own 23-yard line. Got some new players coming in offensively for the Hayes High Indians.
Yeah, Hayes High will.
Colton Schendaller's coming into play.
Move William
Jack
Sinnott
Fort's back into the game on the offensive line.
Sinnott to the quarterback position. He's under center, hands off to Dante Blackman. Cut back on a run, gets yardage to the 25-yard line, gain for 2. And Dante Blackman is a kid that every day in practice, he is the special teams, or he is the scout team offense running back. He gets hit by guys every single day, and every single day he tries to give it his all against those guys, and it's good to see him get some yards. He ran a couple of times last week for 11 yards. So the McPherson Bullpups will go to 5-2, and they have won 5 in a row. Now the Indians a little confused as to the play call. Sinnott trying to get Hayden Brown to go over to the right side of the formation. He will, but not before a timeout has to be taken by the Indians to avoid a delay of game penalty. Indians' 2nd timeout of the 2nd half, and Hayes High will have a long bus ride back to Hayes, try to regroup next week. Indians will take on Abilene and then Wamego. And, you know, there's only so many times that you can go to the well of what's left in a season, but the truth is the Hayes High Indians, with 2 wins in their last 2 games, can still make their way to the state playoffs
Well,
this
they certainly
season.
can. You know, we all know that one game doesn't make a difference in district play. Hayes High Indians have got a chance, you know, to continue this thing on. Hopefully, like to see some players who are out and hurt come back next week for senior night. Colin Kreitzer probably not with a hand injury, but maybe Shane Behrens gets back into the game. That would shake things up a little bit. Abilene now up 28-19. You know, they're going to be coming off probably a win against Wamego, but Hayes High Indians need a win at home. They haven't had one since 2014 against Abilene.
Here is on 2nd and 8, a run straight up the middle by Dante Blackman. Takes it near the 28-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 4 yards on the play. We'll call it a gain of 3. Sets up 3rd down and 5 for the Hayes High Indians, who are 1 for 7 tonight on 3rd downs. And that was their touchdown pass from Brown to Wyatt Sheevy. William Sinnott under center for this 3rd and 5 play. 2 in the backfield. Sinnott under center is going to keep it himself to the right side. 1st down, 20, 35-yard line, and then over the right side, 45. Drags the defender for a 1st down to the 48-yard line. It doesn't take long for William Sinnott to hit top speed. He did not play football a year ago. Is this year. He converts for the 1st down as he will go up to the 48-yard line.
And shows some nice speed as he gets to the outside of the field. That's impressive.
It'll be a gain of 18 on the first career run by the Indians' William Sinnott. And they convert on 3rd and 5. It's Sinnott keeping it left side this time, midfield, running downhill 45, runs over a defender at the 40. William Sinnott lowering his helmet on a player down to the 37-yard line.
Running behind Brandon Hoffman, playing the near side offensive tackle, had a great block there for Sinnott to run behind.
That is a 15-yard run by Sinnott. So 18 yards, then 15 yards, and all of a sudden he's the Indians' 2nd leading rusher. Off the 37. Minute 22 to go in the game. Brett Bowles will run to the right side of the formation. Sinnott under center, play action. He's going to keep it to the right side again. 35-yard line, 30, right sideline 25. He'll get ushered out of bounds as he gets inside of the 20. And the official again gets run into.
That time, instead of running to Brandon Hoffman's side, it goes to Matthew Yunker's side. He's a sophomore, 5'11", 238 pounds, and playing an offensive tackle, and got a great block there for the Indians to pick up a 1st down.
To the 20, so Sinnott that time runs for 17 yards, and he has 50 yards rushing now. 1:06 to go, clock stopped with the ball out of bounds. Right hash for Sinnott under center. Indians down 48-7. It's Sinnott handing off right side to Dante Blackman. He tries to go outside. Stiff arm will take him down just along the sideline. He'll get 2 yards to the 18-yard line, will Dante Blackman.
Chase Browse in there at the right guard. We've talked about him playing defensive end tonight. He's now in there on the offensive line.
49 seconds remaining and counting. Hayes High down 48-7. Just a formality now. Ball from the 18. Sinnott will be in the shotgun. Now the Indians with some confusion.
Garrett Reimer was in the huddle there, but now pulled off the field.
Shotgun for Sinnott on this 2nd down play, and whistles. McPherson calls a timeout.
Okay.
So the Indians in the red zone for the 2nd time tonight after runs of 18, 15, and 17 from William Sinnott. Indians down 48-7. They were down 20-0 after 1 quarter, 34-0 after halftime, and 41-7 after the end of 3 quarters. After 3 quarters, Abilene leads Wamego 28-14. So at this point, it appears Abilene, unless Wamego has a 2-touchdown 4th quarter comeback in them, it will be Abilene and McPherson in the early driver's seat in District 8 of 4A Division I.
Brett Bowles in there in the game. Chase Browse on the offensive line. Matthew Yunker on the offensive line. Brandon Hoffman on the offensive line.
And so 2nd and 8 from the 18. Now Logan Clark, wide receiver to the right on this 4 wide receiver set for William Sinnott. Sinnott with Blackman to his left will take the snap, keep it himself, go left side, try to find the angle at the 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown, William Sinnott for the Hayes High Indians on the quarterback keep to the left side. Sinnott hits top gear quickly, and he gets into the end zone for his first career touchdown rush. It comes on an 18-yard run.
I'll tell you what, now I understand the players have changed. I understand, McPherson's now playing some different players on the defensive line, but Matthew Yunker, Brandon Hoffman, Jack Fort, they do a nice job. Colton Schindler at the center there. That offensive line did a nice job on blocking on that possession.
Well, William Sinnott, he just burned the edge on those runs. Logan Clark on to attempt the extra point at 48-13. This extra point spinning is good. 48-14 with 21 seconds to go. William Sinnott caps off a touchdown scoring drive, Kurt David.
Tell you what, and I'll credit it. Again, I understand the players are different here for McPherson. They're certainly different for the Hayes High Indians, but that set of underclassmen for the Hayes High Indians has had the best blocking and the best offensive possession so far tonight for the Hayes High Indians. Now, I understand the Hayes High Indians first string scored with a long 50-yard Colton Meyer run, but consistently blocking the McPherson Bullpups, that's the best we've seen tonight with these underclassmen.
And so one more kickoff and then a series of knees to end, well, one knee to end the game, and McPherson will move to 5-2. Hayes High will drop to 1-6.
I say let's pay back McPherson. Let's try an onside kick.
I'm with you. I am with you 100%.
If you're not going to practice, when are you going to practice it if not now?
Hayes High has had one onside kick this year that they recovered. Tyrese Hill recovered it in that Valley Center game at Lewis Field Stadium. So Logan Clark will tee it up. He's 2 for 2 on extra points tonight, and now 11 for 11 this season on extra points. Clark will tee this thing up at the 40-yard line. 21 seconds to take down off the clock. It was McPherson the entire way tonight. The kick is going to be a high end-over-end kick that is returnable from about the 8-yard line. It's returned by the Bullpup Chandler Wired, and he'll take it out about the 20-yard line. McPherson needs to run out and take a knee if that's what they so decide to do to end this game with 14 seconds remaining in a 48-14 game.
And I don't know. It looks like McPherson's now bringing in a new quarterback. Looks like Jacob Fell. He's a freshman, so why would you ask a freshman to take a knee? You give him an opportunity to run a play.
He is wearing Honesty Wicker.
I guess so.
Honesty Whitaker's jersey, but that's going to do it.
Well, that
so,
actually, yeah,
So McPherson wins 48-14. The last 5 seconds will tick down off the clock. McPherson moves to 5-2 in the season, 1-0 in district play. Kurt David, they have the driver's seat and firmly established themselves as the favorite of this district.
Yeah, they certainly are. They were the favorite coming in. They showed tonight, that they could carry through with their 4 consecutive wins. Who, again, only one of those had come with a team with a winning record. Now they've got another game against a team without a winning record. But still, the McPherson Bullpup defense is very solid, and offensively they've got a lot of depth with both a first string and a second string running back who've been very productive, as well as Kason Hoover. The Hayes High Indians have got some work to do. They're going to face a 7-0, most likely, Abilene Cowboy team who's got a lot of momentum coming into Lewis Field Stadium. Hayes High Indians had their state playoff chances crushed last year by Abilene in Abilene, so there ought to be some revenge factor on behalf of those seniors who remember it, but I'll tell you what, I just don't really know what good comes out of this game for the first string for the Hayes High Indians. Obviously, you got some second string players that got some playing time tonight, and that will help in their development. But that's for 2017. For the Abilene game, the players have got to figure out a way to regroup from tonight from a long bus ride back, and the Hayes High Indian coaching staff has got to figure out a way to motivate a bunch of 16 and 18-year-old kids who right now are 1-6 and haven't won a home game since 2014.
That'll be a big and tall task to take over this next week. Hayes High falls 48-14. We thank you for joining us in McPherson, this is Hayes High Indian football.